Finally, we're back, man. We're back after after like what, 4 months or something like that.
Yeah, man, it's
been a while.
It's been some time.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about, because I know we were talking about this the other day, the Deadpool. And you got the poster in the back, nice. Mm-hmm. The Deadpool movie with Wolverine. What's it called again? Deadpool 3.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Nice. I like that. What do you think about the title?
I mean, I think it just like Ryan Reynolds, it's straight to the point, no fucking around. So makes sense to just come right out and say it.
I heard also there's a lot of like cameos in the movie.
Yeah.
A lot of people showing up in there. I haven't seen it yet. I know Nomar's watching it right now.
Yeah. I guess we should say, for all intents and purposes, not spoiler alert, because everything that we're going to talk about is either in a trailer or it's speculation.
Yeah.
So at this point, spoiler alert, not needed. If you happen to have not seen the trailers and you're purposely isolating yourself, then shut this video off now, watch the movie, then come back to it.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, too, if you watch the trailers, it's not the same as the movie. You just get like a little sneak peeks in there. I think the movie's, like 2 hours long?
Yeah, it's about 2 hours. I think maybe like 2:20 or something like that. Something to that effect.
So let's get right into it, man. I'm excited. Let's get these trailers going. You got them up?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right.
Nice.
So this is the first trailer, the first full-length trailer, I should say. We'll skip teasers. Okay. That released about 3 months ago, I want to say.
Nice.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your forehead, I suggest you reconsider.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Pumped.
Not my problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go yourself.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Jesus.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's go.
Let's go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching
They
powder?
know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupter?
Even force bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes. I can't.
All right, so
Yeah, so that costume that Wolverine's wearing, we've been waiting for that for a while now, huh?
yeah, it's iconic. And right now he's got the sleeves on, but I got a feeling we're gonna see him rip off the sleeves and then like be like the other variation of him in the comic.
Do you think he'd put the mask on though?
I think that maybe when you first get introduced to him in the alternate universe, he's probably going to be wearing it, and then we're gonna see him like take it off to go back to like the Hugh Jackman we remember. You know what I mean? But I got a feeling it's either gonna pop up in the beginning or he's gonna just put it on in a later fight. You know?
Yeah, because I feel like that was more for the cartoons, the mask. You know?
Yeah.
Because back in the 90s, all the superheroes used to wear the mask and the capes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I feel like we should address some of the things in this trailer before we jump to the next one. For instance, the fact that you don't see Deadpool's friend in these scenes, which I read some insight on, which is played by TJ Miller, the guy who worked at the bar that like roasted him for having the fucked up face. And he did an interview that everybody's discrediting now, but he basically said that Ryan Reynolds didn't bring him back and that he was not invited back because he was basically roasted by Ryan Reynolds on set, like, and Ryan Reynolds stayed in character, so he was trying to disguise it as jokes, but basically saying like, no one knows why you're here, you're not even funny. But apparently from multiple actors and directors that have worked with TJ Miller, he's difficult to work with and has kind of an arrogance and an attitude problem. And that might be why he wasn't invited back, despite the fact that he's trying to slander Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things and bad things, but I've also heard about this guy. Like the way that he acts is kind of the way that he is.
What, Ryan Reynolds?
No, the other guy.
TJ Miller. Yeah, being like kind of like a dickhead.
Yeah. He is like that. I feel like he is. Like a lot of people have been saying that.
Yeah. And some of the other things that I feel like we should touch base on is this character coming up here. Bear with me.
Yeah, I told Nomar not to get the best friend's keychain with Josh to wait for me.
Oh yeah. So this character here is an alternate universe version, essentially, of Professor X.
Okay.
So she is apparently in like Marvel lore. Forgive me if I'm not quoting it verbatim to all the comic book accurate guys out there.
Yeah.
But essentially, Professor X or any character in the MCU has like not just a variant, but they like when they're so powerful, like they birth like a doppelganger version of themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's essentially that to him. So she's powerful. Her name's I think like Cassandra or something. I forget what it is. But she's not necessarily evil. In the trailer, they kind of make her look bad, but I got a feeling to some degree at some point they work together because I don't think she's the big bad in this movie.
Yeah, because you don't even know who the character is at this point in the movie. So
exactly.
Popped up.
And also, we should address the fact that she's coming out of a dead giant Ant-Man's head. And people have gone so far as to identify the dental record and say it is Paul Rudd's Ant-Man. So it is Scott Lang, and that's pretty cool. You know, because they're in the TVA, like the end of time, whatever that you saw in Loki.
Yeah,
where all the variants were.
Yeah,
and in this trailer, I think the next trailer we're going to see a lot more, but we do see some craziness happening in this trailer. But you know, there's Ant-Man's mask shut. Yeah. And in this trailer, you can see right here, this guy is supposedly the Russian from The Punisher. I don't know if you remember the Punisher movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, with John Travolta as the bad guy, and Kevin Nash from WWE played the Russian. Supposedly that's him. And then somewhere to the side here is Pyro from X-Men, the one that shot the fire. And then you can see X-23 is somewhere in here.
How do you know all this? You just researched it, or
I've been adamantly paying attention and reading. In X-23 is I forget her name. It's like not Yukio, but something like that. The one that had the claws coming out of her fingers. And then here is I don't know her name. She's from one of the I think X-Men Apocalypse, the one that was played by the Dominican actress. I forget her name, but she basically like was bad, and she worked with Magneto. And
I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. And
she got killed. Like they killed her in the train or something.
Yeah, I believe so. And then yeah, and then that's Dog Pool right there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
his tongue's really like that.
Yeah. And then here you can see the guy, like, I feel like they borrowed from like Mad Max, because they have like, you know, the kind of like the Mad Max Fury Road kind of vibe here. And the guy's being pulled by multiple motorcycles. One of them is actually the Hydra cycle that the bad guys from Hydra had. And I believe one of them is actually Scott Summers' motorcycle, aka Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you can tell, I know.
I like how they're bringing in this multi-universe now, because it brings in a lot of more options, right, for the Marvel to continue the movies.
Yeah.
So you can bring back characters like Iron Man and Wolverine that have passed away in the universe that we saw. They might exist in another universe, or other people might have died, or like even Captain America or something like that.
Exactly. And there's a rumor, speaking of that Chris Evans is going to be in this movie, but not as Captain America, but reprising his role as Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four.
I heard about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, which would be cool, because instead of going with the obvious Captain America cameo, they're going to be like, nah, let's bring him back as the, you know, I don't think this is going to happen, but I think it would be crazy if they brought back Ed Norton and or Eric Bana as the Hulk.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
In this, you know what I mean?
I think the Eric Bana one, or Bana one, was the best one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I liked that movie.
The other dude was good though.
Yeah, I mean, I got to rep Ed Norton because he's from Boston.
Oh yeah.
But Eric Bana is great. The problem I had with that movie wasn't him. It took way too long for him to become the Hulk. Like, the movie was like 45 minutes in before he actually turned green. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The one with Ed Norton though, or Edward Norton, I like the fighting scene with
Abomination.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, She-Hulk.
So that was the only scene I liked of the movie, but the other one, the first one, when he fights the wolves and stuff like that, that was cool.
By the way,
the CGI wasn't the best though. I feel like the best CGI was the Edward Norton one.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, and plus that introduced us to General Thaddeus Ross, who, you know, R.I.P. The actor passed away, and has now been replaced by Harrison Ford in the Captain Falcon movie. I don't know if you saw the trailer for that. I think it's called Captain America, A Brave New World or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer. We could put it on though.
Yeah,
check it out. But
yeah, Harrison Ford is the new Thaddeus Ross, and they kind of make a joke in the preview or something where he's like, "Yeah, I know, I look different without the mustache." But
oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know he passed away. That guy.
Yeah. Geez, I know the actor's name it's on the top of my head, but I completely forgot.
So many people passed away though this year.
Yeah, honestly, since the pandemic started, there's been like a huge, like, almost like a rapture of celebrities.
Yeah, I think it's been like ever since the dad from Full House passed away.
Oh, Bob Saget. Yep.
Bob Saget. I've been noticing a lot of celebrities, man.
Yeah. Richard Simmons actually died in a similar way to Bob Saget, because both of them had a slip and fall and then went to sleep after and didn't wake up.
It's interesting, right? Like, when you're that old, you think nothing can happen, right? You slip and fall, but who knows? You could be bleeding internally because your bones are older, or like you're just older, you know?
Yeah, I mean, shit, at my age, I just turned 39. I'm already afraid to fall.
But I'm just saying, like anything like that, just go to the hospital, you know, always get checked, you know?
Yeah, you honestly got to nowadays.
Because you just fall. They just, like that dude, he just fell. I remember the Bob Saget incident. Oh, I'm going to take a nap. And he never woke up.
Exactly. Richard Simmons, he had a fall, but he wanted to sleep because his birthday party was the next day. And if Richard Simmons has to, make an entrance at his birthday party and be
he has to look good,
Yeah, he's gonna come out there.
Yeah. He was one of the first ones that it was flamboyant like that. They came out like that.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of people during that time were doing it.
Yeah, I remember Nutty Professor when Eddie Murphy dressed made himself look like Richard Simmons, and it was Professor Clump was sitting and eating ice cream, and Richard Simmons was running around like, "You're a pony," but it was actually as Richard Simmons. Yeah,
I think it was a like a flashback he had or something, where he was dreaming or something.
Yeah,
he was on the couch eating.
Exactly. And then he was inside the commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. We digress. I was gonna also address this. So this scene right here. you can see how she like does this and like separates his arms and then slams it down. Like she's like not even breaking a sweat and making zero reaction because she's like effortlessly stopping him from doing anything to her. Kind of in the same way that Magneto did back in the Statue of Liberty, where he just threw him against the wall and then fucking put his arms like this with the metal around him. So if he used his claws, it would go into him.
Yeah.
Which he ended up doing anyway and then breaking out.
Yeah.
You know, Wolverine doesn't care about stabbing himself, clearly. And then for this trailer, I feel like there might have been one or two other cameos. Oh,
it was interesting to me.
Yeah. So you see the
Doctor Strange. Yeah, circle.
Either that or Wong.
Yeah.
Or somebody.
There's a couple of them.
Or somebody was also speculating that Cassandra or whatever her name is, Professor X's doppelganger, possibly had a sling ring. And after they explain to her what they're trying to do, she opens the portal for them and helps them.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be that other dude from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The fatter Asian dude, his best friend.
Ned.
Because he could do it too now.
Yeah. Well, the reason they were speculating it was her is because in the wide shot, you actually see her standing to the like the right side. And like almost like watching them go, but not trying to stop them, as if she's assisting them. But
could be,
yeah. And then
and you said you're gonna watch it this Sunday, right?
This Sunday I'm going to see it.
Nice.
And this scene where they're talking about cocaine, and he's like, Feige said we can't, referring to obviously Kevin Feige, who's the head of Disney Marvel.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so basically, like he's joking around and
talk about the cocaine.
How tight ass Disney is. So they make a joke about,
but they still talked about it. But not,
exactly. We can't talk about cocaine. Let's proceed to make 9 jokes about cocaine.
Yeah, it was a lot, like in a row too.
Yeah. I also like that he has this wig on that's clearly stapled on, because there's another scene where you see the staples and the hair, but not the wig.
Yeah, I mean, because he's burnt. Didn't he get burned or something?
Yeah. He when his mutant powers activated, it like changed his skin, because you saw it when he was in that tube. It was an oxygen deprivation chamber.
Yeah, so he healed in a way where it wasn't natural. So his skin got all
his mutant gene activated.
Yeah.
And I guess this scene is pretty cool too, because you see how like they're both pretty formidable. But obviously, Wolverine and Deadpool's healing factor is crazy, because a lot of people don't know this. But Deadpool was created with a cocktail of different mutants' genetics. And one of them, especially in the original comics, was actually Weapon X, Wolverine. So Deadpool has Wolverine's healing factor.
And I also heard that Wolverine heals differently than Deadpool. Deadpool heals in a way where his skin dies or something like that. Like he's constantly dying.
Yeah, something
like that. And then Wolverine's constantly regenerating his skin to like new skin and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
And like Wolverine,
I don't know if it's vice versa, but
yeah. And obviously Deadpool heals slower than Wolverine. That's why like when he loses a limb, it takes a while to grow back, and he has baby legs or whatever.
Yeah, that was funny. And was it number 2 that it happened?
When he exploded and
and then it was like a baby.
Yeah. And and the TJ Miller dude was like, "Are you shirt cocking it right now?" Because he had no pants on.
Yeah. Playing with his baby dick.
Yeah. Or in the first movie when he had the baby hand, he's like rubbing the blind lady's face, and she's like, "Am I crazy, or is that a toddler's hand or something like that?" And he's like, "Shh.
You don't want to know what I did with this hand."
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a couple of other things, I think. But
I think this movie's gonna
sorry about that.
Camila Harris. Yay. I think this movie is gonna bring a lot of different options now to this universe, though.
Yeah.
And it's just the start of it. With this one, it opens up a lot, man.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for the next chapter of Marvel for sure.
Yeah. And also Ryan fought against Disney and got into a lot of fights with them because they were trying to force him to make changes and do unnecessary cameos. Like they wanted him to do a She-Hulk cameo, and he said no. And they because they wanted it done, but on their terms. Because Ryan probably would have made fun of She-Hulk in a way.
Yeah.
So because he didn't do it, Tatiana Maslany, who played She-Hulk, went on a whole like PR campaign complaining about Ryan Reynolds, saying she wants to sue him because he ruined her career, because now that she got kicked out of her supposed guaranteed cameo in Deadpool, Disney dropped her from a bunch of upcoming projects. But I think you should really look inside real quick and be like, was my show good? Do I deserve to have more? Your show was awful. So,
I think this is what it is. She's a good actor. Very good actor. She comes out in a lot of other movies. And I'm like, wow. But with this one, I don't like what they're trying to do. And they've been trying to do this for, I don't know, 4 years now, which is like emasculate or demasculate men. Emasculate men.
Yeah, like Thor 3.
Every show, every movie that they're doing now. And it's like, I don't understand why.
Yeah. Oh, correction, not Thor 3. Like Thor Love and Thunder, the first movie, he was kind of a simpleton, but had a good heart. The second movie, you see he kind of gains like that kingly behavior. Third movie, he finds himself, realizes he doesn't want to be king of Asgard. He just wants to be himself and do the things that he can do to help save the universe, whatever the case. But then you get to the point in Love and Thunder where they regress him and make him go back to being a fumbling idiot just to make the female characters look better, because Marvel doesn't know how to write women. I've talked to other women, they all agree. Even other YouTubers will say the same thing, because Marvel can't write women. So instead of giving a woman a good backstory, they just immediately make her great at everything. Like Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's just like the best pilot on Earth. She gets her powers. She's now the most powerful living thing. Like, it's just given to them. But Tony Stark had to sell weapons, get almost murdered by people with his own weapons, find a way to get out of the situation he was in, lost somebody in the process, goes through all these character arcs that are hugely like defiant of who he is and make him an entirely different person than he started out as. And it came full circle, and then he became the hero that eventually saved the entire, universe with the snap. They don't
because I think what they're missing is character development, right?
Yeah.
With the Black Widow one, she was a mystery. We didn't know what she was about, where she came from. We knew very little. Mm-hmm. And I to this day, I still say that it's probably the best character development for me, because of the mystery behind it. Like, who is she? Where is she from? How did it all start? But I also say that it was a little late when they came out with the movie. Like, they should have came out with the movie sooner than what they did. Like, maybe like 2-3 years sooner,
And they did her dirty, because they gave her a Disney Plus release and took away her theatrical release. And I'm not going to say the movie. Yeah,
but wasn't it during like quote COVID or something like that?
Yeah, but push it back like you do with everything else.
Yeah,
And the thing is, like, Scarlett Johansson's a phenomenal actress. I'm not going to say anything bad about her, but that script wasn't great. It wasn't an awful movie, but they did ruin Taskmaster. You took a character that was a badass character, and I mean, up until the point that he took off his helmet and became a 90-pound chick in somehow a 240-pound dude's body, I was all on board. But you put Olga Kurylenko, whatever, I can't pronounce her goddamn name, but she was in like The Transporter, and she was in Max Payne with Mark Wahlberg. She's in a bunch of stuff. But you took an actress that's actually a good actress, but you put her in a role she shouldn't be in. The body size of Taskmaster makes no sense with her little tiny head, because she's like a small actress. Like, she's tall, but she's thin, and this is like a 6'2", 240-pound like Brock Lesnar ass dude. And you put a little girl inside that suit, and you wanted us to believe that's the character. So I think that doing shit like that just because of like, hey, we got to appease those people that think we don't do women.
Yeah, and that's the problem now too, is like, I don't know if you've seen movies recently. They have to appeal to every single thing. So it's like gay people, deaf people, Spanish, Black, Asian. It all has to be under one movie. It's like, why can't it just be... Okay, have you seen the movie Blue Beetle?
Yeah. I
actually like that movie.
I did too.
Because it showed the different cultural differences there.
Yeah.
Like the Spanish culture, and I think they were a Mexican family.
Yeah, George Lopez was in it, and yeah.
It was a great movie. I mean, I don't know why people ragged on it so much. I don't understand.
I think people hated on it because number one, we all naturally are predisposed to think every DC movie is going to suck, because lately DC movies have sucked. That's number one. Number two, I think that people have gotten this illusion of perfect movie from the previous Marvel movies up until like Endgame and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So they have like this benchmark of what a good superhero movie is, and DC's never really hit that benchmark, except for with like the Batman was good. It was a little artsy and way too long, but it was good.
I liked it.
The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, and then what was the other one? The Christian Bale Batman movies were, I thought, good.
Because here's the thing, DC should have kept their universe dark like it should be.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't have started doing the funny stuff like Marvel was doing.
Yeah,
and stuff like it was good when it was dark. When it was the Dark Knight movie,
yeah,
it was very dark, dramatic.
Yeah.
And then I think he fought, what was it, Bane? That character was really dramatic, dark, you know.
And R.I.P. Heath Ledger was one of the best Jokers he ever did. Like,
so I think that's where they dropped the ball instead of keeping their own niche, right? That's what I enjoyed watching from DC.
Yeah.
Because even the movie The Watchmen.
Yes, The Watchmen.
That one was good.
The show sucked, but the movie was good.
The movie was good. The show, I didn't ever watch the show, but the movie was like 3 hours long.
It was a bunch of woke. The movie was great. The show was a bunch of woke bullshit.
Yeah, the movie was awesome, and a lot of people didn't like it. I liked the movie.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, even though Christian Bale didn't physically give off the Bruce Wayne Batman vibes, like he played the character well, but he didn't look it, right? Ben Affleck has the build. He looks like the comic book or the cartoon accurate version of Batman, but he's not the Batman. You know what I mean? Like, Ben Affleck, like, first of all, I fully expect him to walk in and be like, Alfred, where's my fucking car? Like, I didn't expect him to come in with, a Bruce Wayne dark kind of accent.
I thought he did good, though.
No, he did good. But the problem with those movies is that Zack Snyder, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, he's a shitty fucking director. What he does is he releases a garbage cut version of the movie, and then he makes you wait for the Snyder cut where he puts in all the scenes that would have been good the first time into the next, release, and then he makes it long as fuck and over bloated with bullshit scenes mixed with the scenes that should have been left in. And he just did that with Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2 were shit. Like, there's a third one coming out. I still don't know what the fuck is happening, because the first movie was just finding the characters that are going to be your main characters, and then it ended after 2 hours. The second movie was those characters fighting to win a battle that wasn't even the main fucking battle. And
I thought that the movie itself, like, the story sucked, but the movie itself with all the effects and all that, it was pretty good.
Cinematography wise, it was good.
Yeah, cinematography.
Except for one thing, he took an actress who is a good actress. The main character, she also played the Mummy in the Tom Cruise Mummy. Yeah. She's a good actress, but she's not fight quality actress, like a fight quality.
She's not a badass, I don't think.
Yeah, so they had to slow down all the fight scenes so she could do all the moves in slow motion to imply that she's really moving fast, but in actuality, she's moving slow. And then they had actors doing things that didn't make sense. Like, for instance, if I'm a guy who's infiltrating a spot and there's 8 guys that want to kill me, they're not going to one at a time take me on. They're going to
I saw that in the movie. Yeah. The action was slowed down where it was, I'm like, that guy didn't hit her? Like,
or like she closed like a 10-foot gap while the guy's pointing the gun at her, and he doesn't fire the trigger till she's knocking the gun up in the air. It didn't make any fucking sense. And then
that was weird. Yeah,
and I did notice where she's throwing guys. Like, you're not throwing a 200.
I noticed that they were waiting to hit her or waiting to do moves, and I'm like, what's going on here? Why is that doing that?
And Zack Snyder,
it's an effect or something.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder overuses slow motion. Like, there's a scene where they're harvesting the grain, and it's like 4 minutes long because they're harvesting in slow motion. Like, who the fuck wants to watch people harvest grain at all, let alone in slow motion?
I think it's your ADHD that doesn't work.
Maybe it's the fact that I'm not a fucking farmer and I'm not interested in these things. But
right, that first one was kind of boring. It was about grain and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but to say a point here, Zack Snyder's what's it called? The Justice League was better than the first one, I think. That was the only one that was better than the original,
but you have to watch the Snyder cut version of it just to see Doomsday, because in the other version you only see him in a flashback and then you only see Steppenwolf.
Right, they should have done it the first time, I think, because the second one was way better, and I got pissed because I bought the first one.
Yeah,
and then I saw the second one. I'm like, damn, that's the one I wanted to see.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's essentially a kid with a coloring book, but he wants to color outside the lines to be different, and it's just like, dude, just color in the fucking lines, like, for once.
Right. And I wish that they would keep it to the comic books
Exactly.
for once, like the whole thing.
Yeah. And
The
going
whole
back
series.
yeah.
Closest one was Avengers, I feel like. That was the
Yeah.
closest one.
Yeah. And like going back to Marvel, like up until Avengers Endgame, I thought that they had a few misses, but for the most part, the worst thing that they put out was fucking Ant-Man. And Ant-Man wasn't bad. It just wasn't overtly good. But it was a solid movie, just not a movie where you're like beginning to end, you're caught, all in.
I think that they could have done it in 2 movies. They didn't have to do 3. They could have done 2.
Yeah. And the third movie wasn't awful. Everybody hated on the third movie. And I'm sorry, but after seeing some of the shitty movies that Marvel's put out, Ant-Man wasn't that bad. Ant-Man, I thought the third Ant-Man I thought was better than fucking Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
And I thought,
like that.
and definitely better than fucking She-Hulk. And definitely better. Another one that people hate on, I didn't actually hate too much, was Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight was pretty good.
Moon Knight was good. I like that his story.
Yeah. And Oscar Isaac's a good
really
actor.
good. Yeah.
People were hating because they said the actress, the one that became the Scarab or whatever, they were saying that it was too focused on her, but I didn't find her detracting or distracting from the plot. I thought she was actually a relatively decent addition to the show.
But I feel like people always want something to say,
Yeah.
Like they just won't like a movie. Like the thing is, no movie's ever gonna be 100% to the liking that you're used to or that you like, whatever you like to watch. But you have to give it like a fair rating, right? So like the Blue Beetle one, the only thing that I didn't like about it was at the end, he's like, "You're wrong. My love for my family does make me strong."
Oh, it was like corny.
The ending, yeah, it was a corny quote, and I'm like, okay, so this movie's about love and family and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which in the Spanish culture is very important,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what they were trying to show.
Yeah,
in that film,
I could see that. And
but it was good though.
Yeah, it was. And to go back to the Marvel thing, so after Endgame, I think the only solid movie was the last Spider-Man movie.
Ragnarok though was pretty good.
Ragnarok, yeah, but that's before Endgame.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So after Ragnarok, after Endgame, it was Thor: Love and Thunder, but immediately after Endgame was the last
Wakanda
Spider-Man.
Forever though. That one was good, wasn't it? After.
It was good.
I like that one.
It was good, but I think there was a lot of missed opportunities in that movie. Bringing Killmonger back would have been perfect to become the new I almost said Captain America, the new Black Panther, because in the end of the last one, he implied that he could save him, and he said no, but we could have seen some kind of scene where they're like, oh, we did bring him back, or whatever the case, or there's another way to bring him back, but like instead you made Shuri the Black Panther, and I'm not against Shuri being the Black Panther, but I think Killmonger would have been a better Black Panther because Michael
I think
B.
she's
Jordan,
a temporary Black Panther though, because she at the end, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, he has a son.
Yeah, true.
So he's gonna be the Black Panther,
Yeah, but I wouldn't even mind seeing M'Baku become the Black Panther.
M'Baku.
He was the big dude, the one that fought
yeah, the one from the clan, right?
Yeah, the one from Us.
Yeah. That movie was good too.
That is a good movie. But yeah, like he would have been a huge Black Panther. He would have been crazy, like, you know what I mean? And like no one's
right. They should have made somebody else a temporary Black Panther, because even in the movie she didn't even want to be Black Panther.
Yeah, I think they did it because they didn't want to offend anybody that was still like grieving Chadwick Boseman. And for that reason, I understand. I do think that they tastefully dealt with his death. I will give him credit on that. I don't like that they killed his mother off right after he died, literally in real life, and then they kill off his mom's character. But I think that the Submariner was a good character.
But also, I mean, it's unfortunate because he did pass away, the actor, so they had to kind of do something.
Yeah, and even though this is it's been a while now since he's passed, but I do want to say that like I give the dude props because he acted right up until the day he died. He was sick through most of the movies that we all know and love from him, and you would never have known.
I didn't even notice.
Except for
the 21 Bridges was great.
Yeah, I still haven't watched The Five Bloods yet, but I heard that was a great movie as well.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, I think it's like about soldiers in Vietnam. But yeah.
I saw one where he's like a trumpet player or something like that. They're in a jazz.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. He also played James Brown in Get On Up.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
I haven't seen that one yet, but he was actually really good in I think it was called
42, Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, exactly. 42. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that was good.
So, and 21 Bridges was a good movie too. That was
I didn't think I was gonna like it.
Yeah, no, the trailer didn't do it for me, but when I watched it, I actually liked it.
Yeah, the trailer was trash. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, maybe they
weren't trying to give too much away.
Yeah, because nowadays they practically give you an entire movie in a fucking trailer. So yeah,
I hate that now.
Yeah, they're like, oh, why go see the movie when you can watch the entire thing in 30 seconds?
Right, and I've been noticing that too. Anytime I see a trailer now, I'm like, yo, I just saw the movie.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't even watch them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I just read the synopsis.
Yeah. Look at Madam Web. Madam Web is a garbage movie, but Madam Web told you everything about the movie in the trailer, and then the actresses basically admitted it was garbage in the fucking interviews. They knew it was shit.
Listen, the movie was okay. I don't think it was trash. I think that the story was pretty good.
Yeah, but she had no emotion. Dakota,
the acting was bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they were all phoning it in because I think they knew that it wasn't going to be a good movie. But like Dakota Johnson, everybody knows obviously from 50 Shades of Grey, and she was in 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street, I think. But she was like, there's like a part where she's like talking about the death of her mother, and she had like no emotion. She's like, my mother was in the Amazon jungle like 40 years ago, and that's when she died. Like, she like didn't give a fuck.
No tears, no nothing.
Yeah. And then all
that
these
was weird. Yeah.
And then like Sydney Sweeney, like, I'm sorry, but like, not to sound misogynistic or anything, but Sydney Sweeney knows why she's an actress, because she has huge jugs, and they put her in this fucking movie and they covered her up and made her look nerdy. Like, why you hired her. Put her in the fucking movie and make her do the things that you want her to do. Dress her the way you want her to dress, because you know what? She's in a fucking new movie where she's playing a nun, and you see her almost naked in that movie. You can make her naked as a nun, but not as a fucking spider bitch.
Yeah, I think it depends on the rating of the movie too. That was like PG-13, and that one, the nun, was R.
Dude, in Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, Kirsten Dunst's boobs were like out in every scene. So I mean, let's just call it
Spider-Man 2 and 3. You said?
Yeah, the one where she kisses him upside down in the fucking rain. Like, she was like,
oh yeah,
turkey's done. Like, you could tell.
But also back then, the time was different.
Yeah. Oh, can we touch base?
Back
on
then,
that?
you could do stuff like that and not get like shamed or like what's it called, canceled for.
Yeah. Can we touch base on her bitching, by the way? I don't know if you saw this, but she's doing a bunch of interviews where she's bitching that she didn't get paid as much as Tobey Maguire. Like, bitch, do you understand the difference between a lead actor and a fucking side character? Like, you were not, the movie wasn't called Mary Jane. The movie was called fucking Spider-Man. You didn't play Spider-Man. Of course he got paid more than you. He was the draw. You didn't even do shit in the movie. Like, you literally just had to cry, you had to scream, and you had to run, and you had to wear no bra. Like, that's all you had to do in the entire fucking movie. He had to train. He had to do flips and all kinds of shit, work with stuntmen, do wire work. The dude had to wear a spandex costume all the fucking time. Like, and on top of that, he had to get punched in the face a couple times, because from what I read, he actually took some hits fighting William Dafoe. And, like, he got paid accordingly. And also, why are you mad at him for getting paid more? You didn't negotiate your contract, or the people that you hired to represent you didn't negotiate your contract well.
Right. And I heard about that too with one of Mark Wahlberg's films. They had to reshoot a lot of films, and in his contract he had put, anything that I have to reshoot is $1 million.
Yeah.
And so they gave him the money, and the actress that was acting with him didn't put that on her contract, and then she was complaining about it.
Yeah.
So they were about to like make a big deal out of it, and then Mark Wahlberg took his money and donated it, so that they wouldn't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't.
But that's what it comes down to, knowing that it's in your contract and you don't negotiate for it. That's not his problem.
No, it's not.
He's the one who did it. Like,
yeah, and the other thing that drives me crazy too is like, you complain about all these things, but it's like, before Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire was already a well-known actor for being in good movies, winning awards, and he was already established. Bitch, your movie before Spider-Man that people knew you for was fucking Bring It On, a shitty cheerleading movie that maybe 20 million.
It's already been brought.
Yeah, exactly. Like you were.
Yeah, my sister. I think my sister liked that movie.
Yeah, and like when you were little, like, yeah, you were in fucking Jumanji. Okay, cool. You were a fucking side character in Jumanji.
Yeah, Jumanji, yep.
But like, what have you done that makes you worthy of lead actress money when you're not the lead actress.
Yeah, the thing is, right, and I think they don't really understand, and I'm not saying all women, because a lot of women do understand this, but some women don't understand equality, where it's like equal means you're treated equally because you do the same amount of work.
Yeah.
Not because you're just a woman and a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it means, and I think that what they, in their head, they think it's just like some women, not all women, again. They're just thinking like, oh, since I'm a woman and we're both humans, we should get treated alike. It's like, yeah, I mean, in some circumstances, you know, that comes to play. But when it comes to working, it's a different ballgame because it's a business. So if you're in the movie business and you're not doing the stunts that Tom Cruise is doing, you're not getting paid Tom Cruise money.
Exactly.
You're gonna get paid B-C lister, you know, actor money.
Exactly. McDonald's worker is not going to get paid as much as a welder.
As much as a manager, and even in McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because they're doing more work than you.
Look at Scarlett Johansson. She got paid significantly less than most of her co-stars in all the Marvel movies. She never complained.
And this is the thing. She is a heavy hitter, but not, I don't think as heavy as Robert Downey Jr.
No.
As
Mark Ruffalo.
What's Chris Evans?
Chris Evans, my cousin by marriage, yeah.
They've all put in the work even before she was part of the movies. So they've established those franchises. So you can't come in and say, I need more money. I need more than him. It's like, because of him, he's Iron Man, not you.
Yeah, exactly. And after the failed Hulk movie, the Iron Man movie is what set off the now known MCU and led to the next Hulk movie. Because actually, if you remember, at the end of the Edward Norton Hulk movie, you see Thaddeus Ross meet with Robert Downey Jr. about recruiting the Hulk. So
for the Avengers.
Yeah, so 2007, Robert Downey Jr. saved Marvel, and not for nothing. I read, don't quote me on this, but I read that Robert Downey Jr. actually took pay cuts so other actors in the movies could get more money.
Yeah, I think it was was it the third movie or
maybe
Avengers, maybe something like that.
Like he basically pulled Tom Brady because Tom Brady refused like a bump in his pay so they could afford to get better players. Yeah,
because that's when people were starting to complain about shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, all right, let me take a pay cut. I've already made a lot of money. Yeah. But in my opinion, I don't think that's fair, because if you're Michael Jordan in the Bulls and, you know, Tony Kukoc wants to get paid your money, bro, all you're doing is shooting threes. He's the leading scorer in the NBA.
Yeah. Now, if Scottie Pippen wanted a raise, that's different.
Well, I mean, that's negotiable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're number two, I mean, you should get almost about.
Yeah, not number one money, but definitely above number three.
Right, close to it, you know?
And you know what? A lot of people don't give credit to another person that gave Marvel a voice, and that's Wesley Snipes in Blade.
Yeah, I think with the Blade movies, Marvel took off and ran with that.
Yeah, because
they didn't give them enough money either, though.
Yeah, because the last live action Marvel movie before Blade that mattered was in the 80s, and it was The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. And
but even then, like before, it was the Hawk movies that were trash, you know?
Yeah, no, Blade was before.
Luke Ferrigno and all that stuff, remember?
Oh, the shows, yeah. And there was like a Spider-Man show back in like the 70s or something like that. But the thing is, like, Blade really brought big screen energy to Marvel. Yeah,
it rooted the roots for Marvel to be where they're at right now.
Yeah, and like
with those three movies, there were box office hits in the movies, and when the DVD came out, everybody wanted the DVD.
Yeah,
I still have all three.
Yeah, and like to this day, like I'm excited about Mahershala Ali as Blade, even though like I heard the production problems where they were like relegating Blade to being they were relegating Blade to being like the third lead in the movie, and it was
it's his movie.
Yeah, and there was gonna be a group of women that it was centering on, but then Marvel,
they wanted to center, you said, on the
Whistler's
daughter or something like that.
Yeah, and then apparently people really got to Marvel somehow by bitching and complaining, and then Marvel decided they're going to reshoot a bunch of shit to change it. And I hope they did it right, because whenever they do reshoots, 9 out of 10 times, the movie becomes incoherent.
I think if I was him, I would have been like, listen, this isn't for me, man.
Yeah. And I think that they should have brought Wesley Snipes back and let him play Whistler in the new Blade.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, I mean, nobody's Chris Christopherson.
I think there could have been a cameo or something like that, you know?
Maybe, but like Chris Christopherson.
Whistler's the white dude, isn't he?
Chris Christopherson played Whistler, but like he's like, you know, probably not even acting anymore because he was old back then. But but you know,
he looked old anyway.
Yeah, but like I feel like Wesley Snipes like could have had some kind of role in it. He actually wanted to do another Blade, but they didn't approach him. He approached them though about doing another Blade, and he wanted to play like a Whistler type character, but they didn't go for it.
But the thing is, with this new Blade guy, what's his name again?
Mahershala Ali. He played Cottonmouth and Luke Cage.
He's such a great actor that he doesn't even need this role, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Have you seen the Green Book?
No, I haven't.
You should watch it. It's a great movie, man.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I mean, I thought he was phenomenal in Luke Cage as Cottonmouth. He was a great bad guy.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage. You remember the big bullet?
Oh, yeah.
From the Netflix Marvel era.
Yeah, that one was good, man.
Yeah, and he played Cottonmouth, the guy who owned the nightclub, and he had the picture of Biggie in the back with the crown.
I forgot that he did that. Wow.
Yeah, and he was a great bad guy. And then the second season had Bushmaster, I think, which was the bad guy that had the thick Jamaican accent. He was all
Those
right.
Netflix series were great, though.
I mean, Iron Fist was a little rough.
Daredevil.
Yeah, Iron Fist was rough. It was a good show, but the fighting was bad because they had an actor who couldn't keep up with the choreography. So they had to have all the people he fought, including Louis Tan, who's actually a martial artist, slow down just to accommodate him.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't really get into that one.
Yeah, but I do like that guy. He's a good actor. I forget his name, but he was in Game of Thrones. But the guy who plays Iron Fist, he was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, you watch Game of Thrones?
A little bit. I still gotta get into.
Do you remember how the king had a brother that was gay, and back then it was like a crime, and they kept trying to like basically persecute him for being gay? He was like called the Knight of Flowers.
Nah, I don't remember. I don't think I got that far in.
Yeah,
I remember seeing at the beginning there was like this little midget dude or this little person.
Tyrion Lannister, played by I forgot his name right now. Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, him, Peter Dinklage. Sorry for saying midget for little people out there. No, because they get offended if you say that. So
I know.
Be careful saying.
Yeah, we're
saying
unfiltered
the
here.
M-word.
So
I remember that dude, and then I remember like the uncle seeing somebody having sex, and then they threw the little girl out the window, or the little kid.
Yeah.
That's how far I got. I think it was like season 1, episode 2 or 3 or something like that.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, no. Sorry about that little screen blink there. I was fixing the background.
It's all right. Let's watch the next trailer.
Yes, sir. Next trailer is right here.
I know I turn everything into a joke, but I care. I want to use that for something important.
I just want to stop there. I love how they got the 20th Century Fox logo in the background because Fox sold all their media properties and they became a news only station. So they're dead. And basically they're in the fucking, the end of time.
That's good. Yeah.
I waited a long time for this team up.
Oh, he does have no sleeves right there. Okay.
In my world, you're well regarded. You were an X-Man. Fuck that, you were the X-Man. The Wolverine.
Facts.
He's a hero in my world.
Yeah, well, he ain't shit in mine.
Scott.
You notice Eliath right there?
The dragon thing?
The cloud monster that Loki had to deal with?
Used to beg me
yeah.
my suit. As good as Thorin and the Beast. But I could
Toad? You saw Toad?
Yeah.
Yep.
have him thinking I wanted to be there. And it was too late.
It's only 9 people, but my entire world is right here in this picture. And I have no idea how to save it alone, but you know how to save it.
Saw Sabretooth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured it's easier.
That's the old school one, though.
Yeah, from the original X-Men movie, the very first X-Men movie. Yep.
That one gave him problems.
Wherever you think I am. You got the wrong guy.
X-23. Or not, 23.
You were always the wrong guy. Till you weren't.
Up, man.
Are you ready? Fuck yeah.
Lady Pool, they're speculating that that's actually Ryan Reynolds playing the female version as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready. I'm the Wolverine.
Stop it.
Is he doing Spider-Man?
Yeah. So people are speculating that people are speculating that's an indication that there might be a Spider-Man cameo in there, but maybe it's like one of the originals, like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. I could see that happening because they're going in the Doctor Strange circle. I don't know what that's called, but
yeah.
he could be going to a different universe or,
Yeah. And there's also speculation that Andrew Garfield and or Tobey Maguire might get a sequel to their original Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, man, that'd be good to see at least get Andrew a third one.
Yeah, he was supposed to get a third one that got canceled because they decided to go in a different direction with Tom Holland.
Those movies were good, but I don't think at the time people understood why it was a different Spider-Man.
Well, and he stole the show in the last Spider-Man movie. Like when it was all three of them, like he really brought like the emotional levity that, like you felt the loss. Like,
he's a really good actor, though.
Yeah, but like him dealing with Gwen Stacy's loss in that last movie, that you just saw like it. You really felt it, like when he was talking to the other Peters.
Have you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
I have. That is a really good movie.
Yeah, in that movie, I was like, damn, that dude can act.
Yeah, that's the one where he like doesn't want to hurt anybody, right? He doesn't believe in violence.
Yeah, because he's Christian, and then he ends up saving like the whole platoon or something like that.
Yeah,
it's crazy, and it's a real story too.
Yeah, that's right up there with Fury Road.
Fury Road.
Or not Fury Road, Fury with
Fury.
Shia
that one was good too.
Yeah. Do you know he actually like pulled his tooth out or something in real life for that movie?
Yeah, he cut his cheek. He said.
Oh, cut his cheek. There was another movie where he pulled his tooth out, and then for The Tax Collector, where he played like a white cholo, he literally got his whole chest tatted.
Yeah,
he commits.
A lot of actors need to do that to understand the character.
Yeah, like he goes in. Like people think he's crazy.
But he was saying that was him back then. He doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, but like he gave his all to roles, man.
I think he was tapped though at one point.
Just do it.
Yeah, he was not in the sense of like tapped that he's crazy, but like sometimes in those industries, I can only imagine how overwhelming things can be.
Yeah.
So you kind of lose yourself a little bit, if you know what I mean,
Oh, I'd imagine so. I mean, but like he really did bring like some craziness to some of his roles. I mean, he made
every movie that he made, I think is really good though.
Yeah.
He's one of my top actors like to this day.
Yeah. I mean,
since Holes, the movie Holes, remember that one?
Yeah, I was going to say he came a long way from Holes.
That song was dope though.
Yeah.
Remember the Dig 'Em Up?
Yeah.
That
man.
Dope, man.
Sometimes you just gotta. He's behind the video, but you get the point.
Do it!
But yo, you know that he did that so that he can motivate people.
Yeah.
So it was like a motivational speaking video. Just do it, because a lot of people procrastinate and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think I got him good now. Nope, he's still in the back. I was trying to get him up there.
But yeah, what other trailers do they have for that one? Oh, there he is. Show him real quick. Show him.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
That's great, man. That's motivational.
It is.
Success.
The ponytail is killing me, though.
And work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Yeah, he's over dramatic, you know, but he's angry. You know, you can tell he's angry.
You can.
People procrastinating.
Just do it!
Being lazy on the couch, you know?
Yeah.
If you're tired of starting over,
I can't.
stop
can't do this.
giving
Shut up.
up.
You know what the crazy part is, though?
What?
In reality, though, the reality is that when you feel like you can't anymore, that's when you're about to break through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you're studying for an exam or something, and you're like, damn, I can't go anymore. And you just push a little harder. You end up memorizing all that stuff for the exam and things like that, you know? But that's how it is, man. People give up just when they're about to do the breakthrough, like lifting or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Sex. You know, same thing. Got to get a little deeper and
with sex. If you
just
can,
when you think she's not going to finish.
That deeper, you know? If you can get it. If you can get it deeper. If you can't.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all I got. You want some juice?
Yeah. You want some juice? What do you say? Oh, yeah. You know,
you want some juice, man?
Yeah, when you offer a girl juice, you know you ain't shit.
Yeah, if it's water, all right, you did your thing. But if it's, oh, man, you want some juice? There's some juice.
Restore your electrolytes real quick. Oh, let's see if there's any shit in the background.
We've all been there.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, that's the. Actually, we can watch that. That's the teaser. Oh, Shadow Star is there. You saw?
It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
The TVA, yeah.
Woody Wilson?
Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me.
Oh, that's
So
good.
there's speculation that TVA guy is actually the bad guy.
Yo, so this was a good pause. So what did it mean by the pecking?
Pegging?
It's new.
Pegging.
Pegging.
Pegging. You know, when somebody wears
It's
a
new
strap
for
on
Disney.
and bangs you in the ass. Yeah. It's not new for me, but it's new for Disney. Yeah.
I thought it was pecking, like kissing. I'm like, why would that be new for Disney?
Pegging.
Oh, all right, that's funny. That's a good joke.
But yeah, this TVA guy is supposedly the actual bad guy. So.
Oh, yeah, from the Loki.
Yeah. He's not in Loki, but I think that they're going to connect.
Special.
I hope Loki pops up in this.
This is your chance.
He's by far one of the best bad
Among
guys.
heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
Bro, pause that. That's what I've been saying, though. This movie's going to change it.
Hopefully.
It's going to take it somewhere. Yes, if they're smart. It's going to take it somewhere where it hasn't been before, which is something that people want to see, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Which is good, man. It's
Yeah.
going to be awesome.
God, please! Oh my God!
By the way, did that not look like Doom?
Yeah.
I
Go back real quick.
I hope it is. That'd be crazy.
Go back.
Yeah.
I think it was him.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, that's him.
You think so? I mean,
Yeah.
the mask looks a little different, but it could be. And this
Could be a different version.
Yeah, and this thing here, if you notice, it looks like what the ground has after the Bifrost.
Yeah.
So I think that that's their way of like maybe using it as a weapon or something.
Or teleporting or something like that.
Yeah, possibly.
God, I love this part.
There's Pyro.
Wait!
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
I think this was my favorite one out of all the trailers. This
Yeah.
one was the coolest one.
Yeah, and I think we got to review the trailer for. Oh, I didn't even notice Colossus in the back there. And we also got to review the popcorn bucket trailer.
Oh yeah, what's that one?
Yeah, so just to preface this, this is Ryan Reynolds' response to the Dune popcorn bucket, because the Dune popcorn bucket went viral because people were fucking it. Because it looked like the worm from Dune with all the little bristles.
Were they really, or were they just like?
Nah, apparently there were videos. But yeah, so because people were using it like a fleshlight, this is him making fun of it, and now they're saying that Ryan Reynolds essentially started the popcorn bucket wars, because the new Alien movie coming out, Minions made one, and then the Aliens movie coming out, there's a popcorn bucket that literally is a xenomorph head with a handle, so you can hold it like the head is on your arm, and the top flips open and the popcorn goes in there. I'm getting that shit, but I'm getting this one too. I have to.
He's like, oh my god. Designed by Deadpool.
Yeah.
There's another one that's a baby Deadpool. Have you seen that one?
A baby Deadpool. I think I saw like a picture, not any video clips or anything.
Yeah, it's a baby Deadpool. Like two, what's it called? The baby bottles on the side, so you could put a drink in it and then popcorn on the bottom or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Sounds pretty dope, actually. Yeah, that you could buy it in the movie theater. You say?
Yeah, they got a bunch of different ones that you can get. They have one that's Wolverine, but it actually looks like cooler than that one.
Yeah,
that one's funny, but I'm saying if you want like a legit Wolverine looking one,
yeah,
they have a cooler one.
Yeah, different theaters. I'm guessing are getting different.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's different. Yeah,
gotcha. For the shits and giggles, do you want me to play the Captain America trailer?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Let's watch it.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Wilson. Thanks for coming in. Well, thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look.
They said lose the mustache or lose the election. You and I haven't always agreed in the past, but I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position.
And if we disagree on how to manage this situation, then what happens?
Work with me, Sam. We'll show the world a better way forward.
Sir, your inner circle's been compromised. Either you can't see that, or you don't want to.
What if it's a trap? Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn. You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
So that's Red Hulk, who's actually General Ross, the Ford's character.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought he changed to that color when he got angrier or something like that.
Maybe. I mean, I know the Hulk, as he gets angrier, he gets bigger and stronger.
Oh, yeah, because there's also, isn't there like a purple Hulk too or something like that?
Yeah. But like, if you notice in
he turned into different levels of like anger.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, like you notice in the last Avengers movie where he meshed his personality with the Hulk, he was actually smaller because he wasn't as angry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, essentially that's and the Eric Bana Hulk must have been super fucking angry because he was giant.
But also in the Avengers ones where it's what's this guy's Mark Ruffalo?
Mm-hmm.
He's older too.
Yeah.
So it's a different Hulk, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows? It could be a different universe now too.
I think this particular version is supposed to be within the same universe.
Yeah.
But the thing with this one is I thought it was weird. You don't see Bucky. I don't know if he's in it or not, but the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
they were in the TV show together.
Yeah, and I didn't hate the show. A lot of people didn't like the show.
I liked the show. It was good.
Yeah, I know there was a lot of like very obvious political messages in it, but I thought it was still pretty good. And people hated the Hawkeye show. I actually liked the Hawkeye show too.
I think that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier one though, it had to be that way because Rogers, I don't know if he died or he got old or something, retired.
He got old, yeah.
And so then he had to take over. So obviously there's gonna be a lot of politics involved in all that stuff because he's Captain America.
Yeah. And I mean, there's rumors running around that Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. are both coming back because Marvel's failing without them. So they threw a bunch of money at them. And I don't know if they're going to undo Chris Evans being old, but there is a comic book precedent where there was an old Captain America. So it's possible.
I mean, like I said, with this Deadpool one, they could do so much now.
Yeah.
So.
And also, there was supposed to be a variant of Iron Man played by Tom Cruise that got ended up on the cutting room floor.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he wears like a white Iron Man suit.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That'd be interesting to see if two Iron Mans go at it from different worlds.
Yeah, and if Robert Downey Jr. comes back as Iron Man, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's in a different universe.
Yeah, because he's hands down one of my favorite characters.
I like Wolverine's my favorite.
Yeah. I meant from Avengers, but yeah.
Yeah, Wolverine's my favorite. Number 2 is probably Iron Man, yeah, I'd say. Number 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dope. And DC, I like Batman.
Yeah.
You know, he's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot this still a little. Actually, never mind. This is a completely different trailer. Oh, this is the Agatha trailer.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
All right, we can watch it.
This is Agatha.
Another beautiful day.
Surprised to see you out here, detective.
Yeah, because you remember Wanda left her trapped in
Found her down here by the water.
Cause?
Thing.
Blunt force trauma.
Oh, she was the witch, the other witch.
Yeah, with the purple. Yeah.
I have a lead in the case, but I can't shake this feeling I'm seeing it wrong.
Is this really how you see yourself?
That witch is gone, leaving you
So that's Aubrey Plaza. I forgot she was in this trailer.
trapped in her distorted spell.
Yeah.
Claw your way out.
Yo, pause it real quick. WandaVision was good, bro.
Yeah, people hated it.
Yeah,
but
man.
I didn't mind it.
It was good.
I don't know.
The story was good.
I think up until She-Hulk, they were all pretty decent.
Yeah, She-Hulk messed a lot of stuff up.
Yeah, and now the Star Wars shit is garbage. Acolyte was ass, but we'll save that for another video.
Yeah, man, that's another like 2-hour conversation.
Yeah, I haven't even watched it. I feel like I've seen every scene though because of watching all the YouTube reviewers talking shit about it. Because that one is like prime material for everyone.
But the thing is, though, you have to watch it for yourself to really get it your own opinion, because people talk crap about everything, you know?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to get drunk to watch it.
Why? Because of the reviews already?
Nah, because I've seen a lot of the scenes from it, and it's just the scenes I've seen alone are ass. But yeah.
Damn. Oh.
Yeah, they ruined.
I miss the glory days.
She took every bit of power I had, but I can be that witch again. Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road. I'm gonna walk the witch's road. The road is a death wish. Join me. What witch in her right mind would join Agatha Harkness's coven?
Not looking for right-minded witches, as it happens.
Sweetheart, you okay? Oh my God! Whoa, what's she doing? Where's she going?
So to me, it looks like a WB like mystery horror show.
To me, like they're trying to do what I've been saying is like, let's put women number one, let's bring gay in, and let's make demonic things like normalized. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I mean, I could deal with a lot of the weird themes and shit if it was done well, but like the trailer doesn't look terrible, but it also doesn't captivate me. It doesn't look interesting to me. It looks.
But that's what Disney is about now. If it's not gay, if it's not women, if it's not what's it called, demonic, it's not in. You know?
Yeah, and
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and what irritates me about that is like if you go back to like the 80s and 90s and even the early 2000s, all those same elements were there, but they were done in a way that made sense to the story, right? So like if you think about
it wasn't in your face, yeah.
Exactly. And like if it's a movie about a straight person, you don't have to overemphasize that they're straight. So like why can't the same be done for, you know, gay or transgender or any of those other concepts? Like if you pour it on too thick, like if I'm gonna do a movie about like, I don't know, slavery, for instance, because that's a movie subject that people made so many movies of. Because you want to check boxes, you're not going to put a bunch of fucking white people, Latinos, and Asians in those movies in roles that wouldn't be fitting for the time because it wouldn't make sense. Like if you're going to make a movie about Middle Ages England, it wouldn't make sense if there's a bunch of Japanese people in the English army fighting a war, right? Because they wouldn't have been there at that time. So like what makes me irritated is not the quote unquote representation, it's the misuse of those quotas to alter stories. Like if
like you have to fit in, you have to fill in the gaps or it won't make it big or something.
Yeah, like the or just putting a like a subplot in a movie that doesn't belong there just to make people happy because you're trying to get a certain group to buy tickets.
And that's all I've been saying. Like that's exactly it. It's kind of like you are catering to that niche, you know, or demographic.
Yeah, like if you're making a movie that like, what's a good example? All right, a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man movies are Spider-Man movies. Like it's a comic book superhero. But if you're trying to make that movie, but you're also trying to make a political statement about like Trump versus Biden, now you're detracting from the movie because now it's not a Spider-Man movie, it's a message. And people watch movies to escape reality, not to be smothered by it.
Right. And the thing is, if you do a cameo, like a quick thing like Deadpool's doing, right, you still can put those elements in there. Yeah. Make it funny and light, right? Because it's not as serious. And it's still relevant to whatever's going on, but it's not in your face, which is nice. Yeah, and like I think that's what people want. It's kind of like make light of things, not have things be so heavy like they are now in regular life, you know?
And like there's a perfect example. So people don't, you know, people watching don't think we're like, no, don't do this, don't do that because we don't like those things. No, it's not that. Anything tastefully done can be acceptable. Yeah. There was a movie way back, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was called Tu Wong Fu. It was Wesley Snipes, John Leguizamo, R.I.P. Patrick Swayze, and they played cross-dressers. And the movie was essentially them fully dressed up like women in wigs, being very flamboyant. John Leguizamo, goddamn, he looked like a fucking woman. But Wesley Snipes, you know, he still had the fucking muscles and shit. It was kind of funny. But
I think I slightly remember that.
Yeah. And the movie was like about them, like, you know, going on like a road trip together and fucking essentially like just like there's a whole bunch of like subplot and shit that I don't remember because I haven't seen it in years. But the movie was actually funny. It was actually good. Yes, it was very, very flamboyant and kind of in your face gay, but that's what the movie was supposed to be. It wasn't, hey, let's take this Lord of the Rings show and let's take all these elements and shove it into fucking Lord of the Rings. Sorry, I hit my mic there. Yeah. But it was more so like, okay, this movie's designed for this, so let's make it about this. And that makes sense. Like, for instance, mashups in movies can make sense if you do them right. Like that movie Bright with Will Smith. You took South Central LA, police versus gangs, but you made mythical things happen in the show. Fairies, goblins, orcs.
Well, I think it was a movie though.
It was a movie, yeah. But like you took those two elements and put them together, but it made sense because that was the intention of the movie. But if you're going to make a sequel to Ghostbusters, for instance, which they just did recently, and you put a subplot that's implied, it wasn't overtly in your face, but it was implied that Egon's daughter was curious or bi-curious, and there was a female ghost, and they kind of imply that she's falling in love with the female ghost. Like, why? That has nothing to do with Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is just a fucking movie about making jokes and fighting ghosts, but you had to shove that shit in there, and it wasn't necessary. And that's
it's forced, and that's the problem with Disney now. It's like they try to force the agenda that they have going on with politics or transgender or queer, whatever it is. And they try to put it in your face so that little kids can be normalized to all that stuff. And that's where I think it's wrong, because where you have to put something and force it in, it's not, it doesn't happen naturally. It's not a natural thing. Yeah. It's almost like you're trying to make your, I don't know, like your kid eat broccoli or something, and you shove it down his throat. Yeah. He doesn't want to eat the broccoli, you know?
Yeah. And when it becomes cringy, that's when you know it didn't work. Like even Endgame. Endgame was a great movie, but they fucked up two things in it. One, there was a random scene where Captain America is like running a almost like a AA meeting kind of thing, but it's for people who lost people during the snap. Yeah. And Anthony Russo, who is one of the directors of the movie, plays a guy talking about how he was on a date with another guy and how he's like, I cried before dinner. He cried after dessert. Like, you did that for no reason. You just did that to throw gay in the movie. Like, it didn't serve the fucking plot. And then the other scene was where there's a huge battle. Everybody's scattered everywhere, fighting in fucking Wakanda. All of a sudden, somehow at the perfect moment, 5 major female characters all come together to defend another female character, and then they all become like the bad bitch club and fight together. It was like Scarlet Witch.
I thought that was pretty cool though, but I could see that how it was forced in there.
It was forced. It was cringy and forced.
It didn't happen naturally. It wasn't like they just met up, and it wasn't like like a natural thing, like they're fighting and she beat this guy up and then she came to help, you know?
Yeah, and she was fighting a female character and she was like, you're all alone, and then you hear the other ones in the background, she's not alone, and then just all 5 bitches, bam, right there. like the Pussycat Dolls just walking on stage. It didn't make any fucking sense. Now, if all of them were a group already and working together, it would make sense. But you're telling me across this fucking miles long battlefield, they all happen to be there at the same
right. And then they were some of them were fighting over here. I remember the movie. They were fighting over here, and all of a sudden they just meet up, like they knew.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like,
that's weird.
And they even did a thing like, so Captain Marvel's is a divisive character because everybody hates Brie Larson in real life because she always says like fucking shit about like, oh, I don't care about white males, and it's like, okay, bitch, you're white too, relax, but whatever. And like she's always saying ignorant shit and pissing off her co-stars. So like in the movie, they knew that nobody was gonna like her because after Captain Marvel came out, even though the movie was decent, people were like, yo, she's an arrogant bitch, and she's playing an arrogant
in
bitch.
real life. Yeah, in real life.
So in the movie, they forced this scene where Chris Hemsworth is standing in front of her. And like they're talking, and they're like, "Well, where were you when Thanos snapped his fingers or whatever?" And she's like, "I was somewhere else helping others. They don't have the Avengers or something like that." And then Thor just like goes like this, and he summons his hammer, and then he just goes, "I like this one." And people said that they did that as like an affirmation, like Thor likes her, you have to like her too.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that they don't like each other in real life.
I know in the interviews you can see them all getting pissed. Don Cheadle especially, and Jeremy Renner or whatever.
Because she thinks in her head, she's like, "I can beat you up." She said, like, just joking.
Like, the strongest Avenger. He's like,
and he's like, "I don't think so. I don't think you can beat me up." But I think he was taking it serious, like in real life. Like, no, you can't. You know.
Yeah.
But she was still in her character, and I think that pissed him off.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he's a god. She just got like hit with fucking radiation.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how they need a woman superhero, almost like Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah,
where she's strong, almost like Superman.
Yeah,
but how they did the Wonder Woman versus Superman, you could still tell Superman's he's
superior.
She's not stronger than Superman. She's there.
Yeah. And the Wonder Woman movies I thought were tastefully done. Chris Pine played a side character almost the same way women in most movies play side characters to men, and it worked.
Yeah, in good movies, you don't notice that, though. You just watch the movie, and I think that's what makes them good.
Exactly. And this is like a hot button thing because like a lot of people are afraid to talk about it because nowadays you say anything that goes against the narrative and you get canceled. But
yeah,
I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck because we're not talking from a perspective of bias or hate. We're talking from a perspective of reality. We grew up in a time where divisiveness was less encouraged and fought against, and now to make everyone come together, they're creating divisions, which makes no fucking sense. It's counterproductive. So it like you can't create a lane for a group of people by destroying the lane for others, because Disney has literally said that they won't hire white male people for the writer's room because of the quota that they have to meet. So they've literally, like, a Disney executive, a white Disney executive came out and said
a lot of companies are doing that, though. It's not just Disney.
He's literally a white Disney executive actually said that. He's like, no, he's like, I've seen the papers, like, where they're saying, like, we're not hiring white male writers for the writer's room. Like, and it's fucking retarded. You shouldn't hire people, and I know I'm not supposed to say retarded, but you shouldn't hire people based on a checkbox. You should hire people based on their abilities and their qualifications.
Yeah.
And in the end, a fucking random, if a Chinese woman can write a better story than me, she should get the fucking job.
And I think the problem is with society is like it doesn't happen organically. The changes, they're forced changes on the whole the society, right? So they try to force something down your throat, and like they keep showing you the same thing over and over and over, almost like to normalize it, like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, so no, quick. It's not okay, because it's like it's forced. It's not an organic thing. It's not normal for those things to happen. And I think that's where people have the dislike, right? With that, where it's like you're making little kids watch this gay stuff on Disney, or like putting bits and pieces here and there, and it's like that's not within their cultural beliefs and religious beliefs. So a lot of people aren't with Disney anymore because of things like that, you know?
And the thing is too, it's also about how the actors and the studio handle it, because lately, especially with like Disney's The Acolyte and Amanda Steinberg who plays the main character, she plays twin sisters in The Acolyte. She made a diss track to the fans, bitching about them not liking her show and then blaming it on racism and bias. It's like, no, we didn't like your show because your show is shit.
What show was it?
The Acolyte.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's a pile of shit. Enjoy. But the thing
I probably won't watch it, bro.
Yeah. But the thing is, it makes the She-Hulk look like an Academy Award winning movie by fucking Martin Scorsese. But anyways, the problem is, if you handle things with grace, you get graceful responses. When you're shit, you get shit responses. For instance, Daisy Ridley, who played Rey in Star Wars, people are hating on the fact that she's doing the new Star Wars because they hired a Pakistani female activist who has no movie credits. She's only made documentaries about like racism and fucking basically like shit about how men are evil. But she's directing the new Star Wars, even though she's never directed anything other than documentaries. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. The point is, Daisy Ridley has come out and said, I don't think Star Wars fans are toxic, even though everybody else is saying that. She's like, I think they're passionate about the things they love. So she's defending the fans, even though the fans are not happy about the movie, and that shows grace. What's her name? Yeah. Halle Bailey, who played Ariel in the new Little Mermaid. She didn't say anything negative. She was very graceful about her interviews and stuff, and she didn't shit on anybody. But then you got Rachel Zegler from the new Hunger Games movie, and she's the new Snow White, and she's like half Polish and half like I don't know if it's Colombian or Cuban or something, but she's Latino, but a Latina or Latinx, whatever you want to fucking say nowadays. Yeah. But she's shitted on the fans repeatedly, and like they literally put her in an interview with Halle Bailey to kind of correct the course of her image to make her look better, where they're talking in like a nicer way. But like, you see the difference. Halle Bailey's not getting hated on. They didn't like the fact that she was cast as Ariel, but she actually did play it well because she can sing, she can act. Yeah. But Rachel Zegler is over here bitching and complaining and acting like she's worthy of all this praise when she's got 3 failed movies under her belt. She did the new version of West Side Story, which didn't do great. She was in the fucking Blue Beetle.
There was a new version of that.
Yeah, she was in Shazam 2, which did not do well. And she was in some other movie, I forget what it was, The Hunger Games, which apparently didn't do well. So she's got 3 failed fucking movies under her belt, and she's over here complaining about how she needs more money because she's standing for 12 hours in a dress talking about Snow White, and she's shitting on the fans. That's why people think she's a little spoiled bitch. So it's all about
anytime that you're doing something like that where it's like a cultural movie, right?
Yeah.
Because even West Side Story, that's deep in American roots, right?
And I did like the movie. I actually liked it, but yeah.
Right. It's like you have to respect the people before you. Like,
yeah.
And whatever came before that, you can't just shit on everybody and everything.
Yeah.
That has exactly, like the fans and all that stuff. Like, that's wrong, man. And that's why people won't like you. You have to be humble in those times.
And she got mad too at because even Latinos were fucking talking shit to her because she's half Polish, she doesn't speak Spanish, and she wasn't raised Latin at all. And
that's the lady from Blue Beetle, you said?
No, not Blue Beetle. Shazam 2. She plays the girl in the new Hunger Games movie, and she's in the new Snow White movie coming out, and she was the main character in West Side Story.
Yeah, but I didn't see West Side Story, so I'm trying to see who
you saw. Shazam 2?
Show her on the screen real quick. What she look like? What you're talking about her. I don't know what she looks like. Haven't seen any of those movies that you said. No, that's why I'm like, who the hell is this lady?
Her.
Okay, so she was one of the. Okay. Yeah, she's not. I don't even remember her anymore.
Yeah, like she's always talking shit. Like
she looks like she's like one of them ladies.
Yeah, like for instance,
I've been told by a number of different people.
Oh God,
that this human.
Not this. Where is it?
This Snow White press tour has got to be the worst marketing I've ever seen for a movie. I mean, the new Snow White actress is literally walking around interview to interview just bashing Snow White.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story, with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time. If I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid.
Time out. Pause it real quick. In Snow White, I've never seen Snow White. Does he stalk her?
No, she's fucking like literally just a princess that he fucking rescues.
Right, and in those times, stalking, called now, would probably be like a man being persistent.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like continuously trying to get with her or date her or something.
Yeah, and in the movie,
or is that called stalking?
No, nowadays they think that the chivalrous prince thing is antiquated and fucking dated.
Cringe.
But the thing, yeah, and the thing is, like in the movie, so Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, plays the evil queen in this version of the movie. Mm. And by the way, they got rid of the dwarfs. Now they're the 7 magical creatures because dwarfs is not okay to say. And Peter Dinklage.
You can't say dwarfs anymore?
Apparently. And
Peter Dinklage, say little people, though? That's bad, too?
Yeah. No, you're supposed to say, no, I think you could say little person or something like that. But anyways, Peter Dinklage, who played in Game of Thrones, he's the reason a lot of the dwarf shit is happening, because he came out and said that they shouldn't be casting dwarfs in typecast roles, blah, blah, blah. And everybody said that's because this asshole wants all the roles. So he's trying to eliminate jobs for everybody else so he can get all the fucking roles.
Yeah, because I also heard another little person say when that happened, that they shouldn't be cutting off those roles because what other roles are we going to play?
Yeah, they're not going to get a fucking lead in a romantic comedy.
No.
You know what I mean? And they're not going to be the fucking next Captain America. Fucking Captain America, pint size. Like, no. You know, or Captain Half America, or you know what I mean? Like, but like,
oh man.
But the thing is, like,
yeah.
So the new Sleeping Beauty in the original movie, it was Mirror, Mirror on the Wall.
Is it Sleeping Beauty or Snow White?
Though? All right, I meant Snow White, but in the original movie, the evil queen says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" And fairest of them all meant at that time the most beautiful, because fair meant to be beautiful. But they said they're not doing that either because we don't want to be all about looks. So now fairest of them all, meaning who's the most just. But that doesn't make sense, because in order for the queen to be just, all she has to do is not try to kill Snow White. But in this movie, she wants to be the most just, even compared to Snow White. So she tries to kill Snow White by being unjust. It doesn't make sense.
Here's the thing that people don't understand, and a lot of actors don't understand either. They want to carry how they are as and what they believe in the film.
Yeah.
The film is just an entertainment thing. It's not realistic.
Yeah, you're supposed to go in as a blank slate and take on the role, not make the role take you on.
Right, because if I have beliefs, things that I believe in, I'm not gonna, put that in the character if that's not what the character needs.
Exactly.
And that's what's wrong with all this women actors. They want to put that what we believe in the film. It's like,
and there's some male actors like that now too.
That's not what it's about. It's just entertainment. It's all fake. It's not even real.
And the thing too is, like, I can understand bringing yourself into the role in the sense of, like, Jim Carrey brings a little bit of the Jim Carrey charm into every role, but that's charm. You're not bringing your ideologies, and you're not bringing your opinions.
But that's also character wise, because if they hired him for a role like that, then that's what it's for.
Yeah, but you're not bringing your personality or your beliefs into it.
Yeah, what you believe in.
Your personality into it. Like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp brought himself into the Jack Sparrow role. Bless you. Johnny Depp brought himself into the Jack Sparrow role, but he didn't bring his belief system. He brought his abilities.
If it's a character that you don't agree with, that you can't, connect with, don't do the character. Why are you doing it for then? If you have quote morals for the money, then it's not for morals. Then stop acting like you're all this, high on morals and stuff when you're not even, you're thinking about the money. So I think at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's not about, I believe in this, but then when the money comes calling, you're like, well, okay, I guess I can do it and I'll try to change it. It's like, no, you have to do the character that they want you to play, not the character you want to play.
Exactly. Like Isaac Hayes, who played Chef in South Park, when they started making fun of Scientologists, he was pissed because he's a Scientologist. So what did he do? He left the role. That's it. That's all you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? He didn't complain. He didn't try to change the script. He just fucking left.
Right. That's all you got to do, though.
And eventually he came back. But like the thing too with this one that pisses me off is she constantly talks about, like, representation for girls who look like me and Latinas and da-da-da. she's half fucking Polish. Like, bitch, you're white too. Relax. Like, you're not representing anybody. You're representing fucking two groups. Why are you picking the side that's convenient for today's age?
I don't think maybe there's one Latina, and I think she represents Latinas well in movies and stuff like that. What's her name? She comes out in something in the Traveling Pants, Sisters in the Traveling Pants.
Oh, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
What's her name?
Not America Ferrera? No.
Maybe.
Or Gina Rodriguez.
Maybe. Look, put her a picture up real quick.
I think it's America Ferrera.
I think it is America Ferrera, yeah. I think she represents that movement.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
You've never heard one wrong thing about her. She's a Latina. She does great in the films, great on the shows.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't back mouth nothing that she's done. Like,
yeah, she used to play Ugly Betty.
Yeah, she's great, man.
Yeah.
She's awesome. So people like this really move that along, but other people like this girl, where she's young, right? She's still young too. You could tell she's young.
Yeah.
I don't think she's really thinking out what she's saying. And she's just like
blurring
stuff out.
Example of what you were saying, the cast of Rings of Power was talking about how they're activists and they bring their activism into the role. So Rings of Power, active.
And when you're young, you're a young female. I mean, your perspective changes on things, right? As when you're younger and then when you're older. So
yeah,
maybe later she'll realize like maybe it wasn't,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is a cringe. This is the super fans. They grab like random quote unquote influencers to big up Rings of Power and listen to how they talk about it. It's so cringy.
Growing up, I was still excited about being an elf or a hobbit and joining in with it, even though I wasn't represented, even my disability or my queerness wasn't represented. It just makes me so happy. It makes my heart warm.
With it, even though I wasn't represented, even my disability or my
There's something very cool with prequels in the way that they can make you love the things you already love even more. So the fact that we're going to see things that are potentially going to make us love the Hobbit films and the Lord of the Rings films and potentially the books as well.
I feel like there needs to be a reason for the rings to be made, right? So obviously with the wars happening, and then
What was the reason?
Within these rings was bound the strength and will to govern each race. But they were
Bro, come on. That means they haven't even seen this stuff.
For another ring was made.
Yeah.
In the land of Mordor, in the fire
it gets
of
worse.
Mount
I'm before
Doom,
to the
eye was funny though, because it's like, what are you talking about? We represented you with the eye.
Like maybe he falls in love. Maybe there's a reason. Every villain's a hero in his own story.
Be silent. Keep your forked tongue behind your teeth.
People are gonna fall in love with him and be like, I can change him.
We all love a bad boy, don't we?
cursing elvish entish on the tongues of men for this treachery.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think people don't understand what they watch sometimes. They just make their own interpretations.
Growing up,
whatever they think in their head,
Yeah, but if you listen to the fucking way some of these people talk about it, see if
got to spend the day with the fans, people that love it as much as we do, and we also get the pleasure of showing them what we've been working on. It's just been a treat. It's been a lot, but it's been fantastic.
I was told there's one where this particular one's I'm an activist and I bring my. Well, she's British, but she's just really the way they talk about it. They're talking about
There's this one girl they're trying to use in the industry, and I know that they're doing this. They're trying to use her to really bring that feminist stuff alive, bro.
Yeah.
Women are powerful and stuff. The lady from 11.
Oh, Millie Bobby Brown.
She always has to be the lead role in every movie.
Yeah.
Even there's a new one called Damsel.
Yeah, I saw it.
The trailer is kind of well, you could play it.
Yeah, even the dragon's a female.
Oh, no way.
Yes. She sounds like a dude because she's got a deep voice, but yeah, it's a female.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was trying to find.
It's cool. I mean, it's cool. I get it, you know?
Yeah.
I get it that women want to be, you know, the main actor in the film or whatnot. But like films like Tomb Raider, right? That was not in your face, bro.
No.
Those were great films, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Tomb Raider series was great. I never saw her as like a woman like that. I saw her as she's like a superhero. Like she has, you know, she raids these tombs and she has superpowers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, this lady right here.
She kicks ass, you know?
This lady here plays a dwarf in the show, and I think this is a clip of her. She says the same shit like she's reading a fucking script. Every time she's like talking about like diversity and inclusion and how like, you know, being the first black dwarf on TV. And then like there's clips of them showing like multiple black dwarfs throughout movie history because she's a fucking idiot. But let me see.
Listen to me! You don't know what is coming? Everything. It is everything for people of color. Fire. It is everything to progress forward. A woman of color, everyone was cast because they were the
putting our messages into this movie, but we thought that we should honor Tolkien by putting his messages into it.
And that's why he made the best Lord of the Rings.
Listen to me! You don't
Like
know what is coming?
They ruined the whole fucking thing, and the new season coming out looks even worse.
There's another one coming out.
Yeah, looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't even see. I saw the first episode, and I didn't.
Yeah,
watch the rest.
Yeah. What was the trailer you wanted me to pull up?
Damsel.
Oh yeah.
This trailer is basically just women empowerment, man.
Mm-hmm.
The movie, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's a different take on a film, you know?
Yeah. Instead of her being rescued, she rescues herself.
I have made a match.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And they make the prince evil.
The prince.
Yeah.
And her father's evil in it, in a way, too.
But this is what gets me mad. Press pause on this real quick. What's going to happen with the next generation of women?
They don't need us.
Right, that think they don't need men. So there was a thing on TikTok that I saw talking about this.
Baby being born without the help of a man?
No. There was this thing on TikTok that I saw. And it was about a lady that had turned 18. And she told her uncle and her dad, I'm 18 now. It's nice to know that I'm independent and I'll never need a man for anything. And so the uncle and the dad pranked her, and they got robbed in the house, and they wanted to kidnap her, right, to prove a point. So basically, they came in the house and acted like they were robbing the house, and they were going to kidnap her with hoodies on and stuff like that, and masks. And then she called out for her uncle and her dad. And when she did that, they took off the mask and the hoodie and said, "It's me. I'm your dad, and that's your uncle. So you do need men for something." And to this day, they said that she doesn't apologize and she won't look them in the eye and she won't talk to them. Because basically she's embarrassed of what she said, that she doesn't need a man for anything. Yeah. She's independent and stuff. But that proves the point where it's like all these women nowadays are growing up thinking that they don't need men for anything.
Actually, before I play this, let me show you something to that vein.
Which is wrong, you know?
Yeah.
It's wrong to think that men aren't as valuable or, you know, don't have value, because men do bring a lot to the table when it comes to things, you know?
Trying to see if I can find the video of this dude.
It's wrong just to like dismiss all that.
Yeah. There's like a video of a guy being street interviewed. His son's a woman. Guy.
You didn't play the trailer though, bro.
I'm gonna go back to it. I want to stay on topic with what you just said.
But anyway, you said what the trailer was about. She saves herself basically, and the prince is an evil prince or whatever.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna. Not sure. trying to see where it is. It was like a street, like a random street interview. But like the girl was saying, like, what do we need men for? Like, we don't need or something. I don't know. I mean, this guy does pretty much the same thing. So let's see if. Let's see. Try one more thing. But yeah, no, that Damsel movie, like I watched it. It wasn't awful.
Oh, you saw it. You saw the movie.
I did see it. It wasn't bad, but yeah, the message was clear, very clear.
We don't need you. You guys are evil.
Yeah. Pretty much every man dies.
Come on, man. That's not right, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys are though. You know, some guys are, and men do it to themselves though. You know, but some men aren't, and I think that the good men need to stand up for that because it's wrong to think like that.
Yeah.
As women. A lot of women can do a lot of things on their own. I never said anything like that. All I'm saying is that don't dismiss what men bring to the table because we do a lot, you know, even if you don't think we do.
Yeah, and like the she ends up like being like friends with the dragon in the end and then kill everybody in the kingdom.
I kind of figured that was gonna happen, yeah.
Something like that. Damn, it's on my TikTok somewhere. I'm not gonna be able to find it right now, but like, you get the same idea like from this.
Show the video so we can play some Fortnite tonight.
All right.
Kick some ass on the game. Trying to get the crown tonight, baby.
Are you cutting this part out?
Nah. I don't care. I play Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's fun. The game's fun, man. I think over the years it's gotten better with the guns and the way you see the gun shooting and stuff like that, the movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you always see it on this one podcast always touches base, but like this girl, I like her because she actually represents us.
Yeah. I know.
Men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction. Women need men. If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for? Who's a better companion, men or women? So men built the world. All the hard jobs are done by men. If men disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about.
Arguably, one of the driving forces for men doing what they do is women.
I think men built this world for women.
What I'm saying is men could survive without women. Because men can be alone, women can't. Women are social beings. We need attention, and men don't. You don't see women going out to the woods and just roughing it. That's a man thing. Who's camping and fishing? It's not us. Men don't need women.
But it's the thing, though. Even in the Bible, bro. Even in the Bible, God created man. And out of man, the rib, he created a woman.
Yeah.
Because he noticed that men were alone. So he didn't want them being on this earth alone. So the woman's there for the company of the man. God didn't have to create a woman, but he did.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, we both need each other, though. And that's what people don't understand. It's not women don't need men and men don't need women. We need each other in different ways. We can. Yeah. It's almost like we're compatible, where there's a yin and a yang, you know?
Yeah.
You need that you need that pull from both sides.
Yeah. Do you ever watch
balance?
Ever watch this, the Whatever podcast?
Maybe on TikTok, maybe.
Yeah, because
women our age are more likely to be in relationships than men, which makes you think, who is everybody dating at the end of the day? If the women aren't dating the men, then...
What crosses my mind is I think there's perhaps two explanations. One, women in that age group are dating older men, 30 to 40. But I think the bigger thing is that women are maybe think they're in a relationship or are in a relationship and they're sharing higher quality guys. So, and there's this concept called hypergamy. Women are all chasing after the top tier of men. So a lot of women are happier sharing a top tier guy and settling for a guy that's actually on their level.
But is
women our age are...
Here's the thing. Why is it called settling, though?
No, he put it in air quotes because...
No, I understand. They quote, quote, settle, but it's like because they prefer to have the money.
Yeah.
Than to actually be happy with somebody.
Yeah.
So that's their happiness is the money. It's not to be in a relationship.
Yeah, and like it's because a lot of them like they think that men that are on their level are beneath them, and they think that they deserve millionaires. So
yeah, but every woman thinks like that. They want a guy who makes more than 6 figures a year, and he has to be 6'2", you know, whatever type of hair with green eyes or whatever. It's like, bro, you ain't that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of women that want that they're not that. You know, they look like hobbits out here, bro. Let's be real. You know?
Yeah. This one I'm trying to find. This is she's actually very pretty, but this girl cried because she was basically told that because she's a single mother, she's never going to get a millionaire or something like that.
Breaking it down.
Probably
I'm actually a mother, a single mother actually, and I am a millionaire.
And she's an OnlyFans girl.
And I have been proposed to twice, 3 times.
How'd that go?
So I rejected because I'm picky, and I have high standards. Because
good luck.
That's just me.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm an actual mother, and if my son has to choose between a 20-year-old that's broke and a 30 how old?
30-year-old.
A 30-year-old that has. How old is the son?
35.
Well, hold on. That's not the question. The question.
Yeah, what was the question?
I was asking her just to go into a scenario to, see if she can elaborate a little bit more on her answer. But the original question was, would you prefer to be a single mother, millionaire, or be young, 18, virgin, with the man of your dreams?
Single mother with millions, because I already am.
Okay. All right. Can you tell us why that over the other situation?
Because I've been in the other situation. And me personally, the reason why I don't like the other situation is because when he leaves or an inconvenience happens, I get left with nothing. And then
she's about security.
Devoted my whole life to him. And if I stay, I would technically have wasted my life when I could have had my own path and my own career, because I believe that when you marry to a man as a woman, you devote your life to him and you dedicate your time and energy only to him.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Were you married to your guy?
Before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were married to him?
Yeah. Father.
Who broke it up then?
The father of my child. I had to leave.
So you left him?
Yeah.
So in your past example, you said that what if they leave you? But the reality is you left him. And I only say that
like
not to pick on you, but you're not special. Most girls initiate breakups and most girls initiate divorce.
Yeah.
So since most women initiate divorce and breakups, if you marry the guy, you kind of won already, because most guys are not going to initiate divorce because they lose half their money. They might have to pay alimony and child support. So it's not in the man's best interest to leave a woman.
Huh?
It's not fair in that system. It
No.
goes more towards the females in that case.
Yeah.
And that they're with.
Well, I haven't. Everybody's different, and I prefer
doesn't know what to say, bro.
be very cautious with who I choose to be with, because when I was
doesn't want to lose her money. That's what.
that was providing for me when I didn't have anything,
She won't even make
it
eye
was
contact.
very difficult for me. The cons is that, obviously, I had explained it in the last podcast, is the reality is when you're with a high value man, you have to share him. That's the reality.
Okay.
Do you guys want to share? Because you guys had mentioned that you guys want to rather be.
What do you mean by share him?
Like a high value man, when you're with a millionaire,
Yeah.
and you're broke and stuff, and you're
Oh, that's what she's saying.
He's maintaining you. He's maintaining you. Most
Let's
men
pause it real quick.
have multiple.
So she's saying that she was with a millionaire, and that she had to share him, and she didn't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, but later on, she's gonna get like emotional and cry and leave because
nobody's gonna want to be with her, because her high standards is like, I'm a millionaire. You have to be a millionaire and single with no kids.
Yeah.
And you have to take me with a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm not a virgin, but I got money. But he has money too.
Yeah.
Why can't he get a virgin that's 18
and her money
with
comes
no kids?
and her money comes from OnlyFans, throwing her ass and pussy and titties.
Bro, come on. No man wants that.
Nah.
Men are after exclusivity and that one-on-one thing where it's just like, yo, you're mine. That's it.
Yeah, I don't want
Exclusive.
anybody else to know I don't want the world to know what my girl naked looks like.
That's status though for a man, knowing that no man has deflowered her, or like, you know,
Yeah, and like
her,
and
if they have few men,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because nowadays a girl
Like
with
3,
less,
the most.
Nowadays, the closest you're gonna get to a virgin is a girl with 5 bodies.
And that's rough. That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Because thinking about 5, like for a woman, it's like I heard that anytime they have sex with a man, the DNA stays in them.
I don't know.
The baby has some of that DNA in the baby.
I mean, I know across the board, like, regardless of who you sleep with, if you sleep with one person and that person slept with 25 people, you've just slept with 25 or 26 people, because anything that those 25 people had, she has. Therefore, she brought 25 bodies to your body.
Yeah,
So
it's about exclusivity. Like,
yeah, it's like a pyramid scheme. One person
No
sleeps
man
with 2. Those 2 people sleep with 4. 4 people sleep with 8. 8 people sleep with 16, and so on, so on, so on. But when you're at the end of that fucking pyramid, all those bodies that took to get to you, those are your bodies too. Because if like anything that's I've touched and I bring to somebody else, I'm bringing that with me. So yeah, you're
right. It's almost like the guy that says, okay.
Oh, the key in the lock thing?
No, he goes like this. I have put my finger in the water. I can wash my finger and it's clean again. Your water is not clean.
Oh yeah. Yeah, true.
And another guy puts his finger in there. It's not clean. It's double dirty, triple dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's like you can't it's
Yeah.
different. It's like a different
yeah.
You know.
After this is a short clip I gotta show you kind of like about that, and I think you'll find it good.
For women at that, yes. Myron, tell him.
Out of respect,
tell him.
I mean,
yeah, but I feel like that might be like your average answer. But I feel like I wouldn't do that because I respect myself enough. Like, why?
Yeah, but when you're
all these women are lost.
Millionaire and he's maintaining
well,
you,
he
have
brings
no
on
other
women like this
choice.
on purpose.
But then that's like not even love or
well, then you're double thinking it. So you rather be a single mother with millions.
That's
to be fair. To be fair,
she
like,
keeps saying millions. Like,
do you
that's status.
a desire to be with a man who makes a lot of money?
To financially support me, yes.
I'm saying
what that number is.
Why can't y'all work together though?
Do you think? Do you desire to be with a man like that? Yes or no?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
But you said you did.
Doesn't apply to you. But.
I'm just the only part that I was just disagreeing about was sharing the man with someone.
Yeah, but you said that you prefer.
If he's a high value,
you prefer to be a broke young girl with a high value man.
But honestly,
and a single.
I think it's wrong for men to be with multiple women at the same time. I don't agree with men that do that.
Yeah.
Just because they have money.
Yeah.
If you want to live that life, stay single, bro.
Yeah. Well, the ideology,
because now you're messing with people's emotions. They're like, they got feelings too. Women don't like that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
They want to be exclusive too, or some women do anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with it, but I understand the ideology they're saying is that when you're a millionaire man,
men get greedy, bro.
Yeah, but but essentially what they're saying is when you're a millionaire man, you have everything you need. You're sleeping with women because you can, not because you need them. Whereas a woman needs the man for the financial support, therefore they have to be loyal to that guy. But that guy doesn't have any reason to be tied down. So I don't.
Then don't get married, man.
No, I know. No, he's not saying necessarily married, but I don't agree with it. I'm just saying that I understand what they're saying because it is a reality. It happens. It shouldn't, but it does.
It happens though because they allow it to happen because they're just like, okay, because I gotta be, I need that stability. It's
yeah,
like,
but it's the other way around too. If the woman was a millionaire, she'd probably have 15 dicks. So like,
yeah, and that's what's wrong with this world. It's like they think that the money is the security. But in reality, you could die alone with your money and have nothing. You don't have a family.
I mean,
that's what's most important, man.
I used to tell my ex-wife when we were married, like, and I was, doing the music thing. She's like, "Oh, you're doing music." I'm like, first of all, I'm not Drake status, so you don't need to worry about me fucking cheating on you. But I was like, what you need to worry about is not how much money I have. You need to worry if I am a cheater at all, because being rich doesn't make you a cheater. It just changes your accessibility to a different quality of women. If I'm broke, I can.
Yeah, and the quality is not great either because those women are easy to get.
Well, I'm talking about physical quality, but like what it is like if you're broke, you could fuck 5 ugly bitches easy, or a bunch of broke bitches easy. But if you're a millionaire, you're just banging models. It doesn't change.
Yeah, but the thing is, what are you after? That's gonna leave you empty.
No. I'm not saying like I want that. What I'm saying is, being rich doesn't make you a cheater. Being rich just changes the quality in which you're cheating with.
Yeah, it gives you, it opens up more doors in a
same thing with
in a negative way.
Yeah,
you know?
Same thing with lifestyle. I could be broke and have a car and an apartment. Being rich, I'll just have a nicer car and I'll have a mansion. But I still have the same two things. Bro, a place to live, something to drive.
If people lived in a humble way where it's just like, this is all I need, nothing more than this, and had all that money, that's cool. But people get greedy, and the way that they think is like ridiculous. Like, that's why they say more money, more problems, because they get greedy. It's the greed that gets you. It's not the money.
Yeah, but in the end, it boils down to you and who you are, because you got somebody like Harvey Weinstein who's rich and powerful, and he uses his money and his accessibility for evil purposes. But then you got somebody like Keanu Reeves who donates most of his money to the poor and to charities and foundations, and then he has lunch with homeless people in a park. Like,
this is what I see from men, though. Men do this to women.
Yeah.
We are the ones who do this to them. We make them the hoes and stuff like that, bro. Because if men had more values and more morals and respected women and respected themselves in a way where it was like, yo, I'm going to just try and stay committed in this relationship. If it doesn't work, then that's fine. It didn't work. Move on to the next. But don't be having like 5 different relationships at a time. That's why you cause all this, like, you know, women not trusting men and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
we do this to them, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's
our fault.
But hold on, I gotta partially disagree with you. I think it's the what came first, the chicken or the egg ideology. Because without the egg, there wouldn't be a chicken. But without the chicken, there wouldn't be an egg. Right? It's a loop. And in that aspect, what you're saying makes sense. But also, a lot of guys start out nice, but then they get turned into assholes because they get cheated on, or they get broken up by a woman that takes them for half of everything and leaves them with nothing. So then now they're treating the next woman like shit. So I think
but you can't let certain situations change who you are. You know, you just have to,
for them too.
You have to learn from those things. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but them too. They should learn from their situations too.
And that's what it is too, though. Women also do that too. But I'm saying, if men had, like, I guess, more self-control, you know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't allow all these hoes in their life, where it was like, oh, easy pussy. Nah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though?
I'm good, bro.
If you go by nature and like the way we're built,
we're dogs, bro.
No, but I was gonna say, there's a reason that a man can get 10 women pregnant simultaneously, but a woman can only carry one man's child at a time, because men were meant to spread the population and increase the population. Women were meant to simply carry one.
But that's an animal thing. We're not animals anymore, bro.
Anymore.
We used to be like that.
We were supposed
We used to be like that at one point, and it didn't last that long.
Yeah, but also the other thing is, I don't think it's men specifically. I think it's the media and the way they push things. I think the media creates narratives that change the way that people grow up.
But also, there's a lot of men out there that have no self-control, bro. They watch porn and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, OnlyFans and all that, you made her a millionaire, bro. All 50,000 of you, 60,000 of y'all niggas looking at her on OnlyFans. It's called self-control. You wouldn't have made this hoe a millionaire.
Yeah, but that's a generalization. I don't think all men are guilty of that. I'm not guilty of that.
Nah, I mean,
I'm not putting.
Some men do have self-control, and that's good. But I'm saying a lot of men don't. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because like you and me, we're not putting OnlyFans bitches through college.
Nah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like
easy, something easy is not gonna last,
bro. I've never even been to a fucking strip club, bro. Like, I'm not throwing money at hoes.
Yeah, me either. I've never been to one, and
exactly,
I'm actually proud of that, because I never wanted to go to one anyway.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's people out there gonna be like, oh, y'all some bitches. Nah, I just know that if I'm gonna put money into a fucking woman, she's gonna be mine. And that's it. I'm not throwing it.
Yeah, I mean, the same guys looking at the same ass, and you throw $1 or two. Like, bro, come on, man.
Exactly,
and have some self-control, bro.
And the thing is, I think instead of generalizing a specific subset of our species, I think as a society we're all failing.
Yeah, and I believe it. I feel like if there was more dads out there who actually cared about their kids and their daughters and stuff like that, and they'd raise them right, and they'd set a good example, and a lot of women would set a better example too. Things would be way better.
Yeah, shit. I was surprised. I just
there's a lot of women out there that want to have kids with 5 different men so that they can be supported.
Yeah. I just saw something that was surprising, and who did it was even more surprising. I saw a video of Megan Thee Stallion performing, and a little girl gets up on stage and is dancing with her and then starts twerking, and Megan Thee Stallion literally stops her and goes, nah, you don't do that. And made her dance like a regular person. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Ice Spice would have been like, twerk, twerk, twerk.
Well, maybe there was a lot of eyes on her, you know?
Yeah, true.
But also it is, though, it's about growing up too, because a lot of young men, right, they're like that. And it's all about growth. You grow up and you become better, hopefully, right, than what you were. A lot of women, you know, grow up and they become better, you know?
Yeah.
I know a lot of women in high school that weren't what they are now, you know?
Yeah.
They're better. Some are not, though.
And I hate to say this because it's going to sound kind of fucking up sexist, but like, I feel like women are a lot more influential. Like they're easily influenced like children. And I'm not saying they are children, but like, if you look at like hip hop, for instance, we grew up listening to rappers talking about selling drugs, shooting shit up. We didn't start doing that. But all these female rappers talking about twerk, pop your pussy, get that bag. And what are girls doing? Popping that pussy.
But yeah, I'm going to tell you something. We're leaders as men. So if we were to lead a better example of like, yo, this is the type of woman that I like, that I want, then a lot of women would be like, okay, men like this, I'll be this. But a lot of men, like I'm saying, they don't set a good example. They're not good leaders. So they're just like, oh, easy pussy, I'm down.
Yeah. At one time I would agree with you, but I think women now, they don't want men to be leaders. So they want a traditional. I was actually just talking to a girl about this.
Yeah, but that all changes once the male perspective changes.
No, I know. But hear me out. Because I was talking to a girl about this. And nowadays, men and women are both guilty of this in opposite directions. We want traditional values, but we don't want to be traditional. A man, for instance, wants a woman to be a traditional housewife type, but then they also want them to be freaky and act like a hoe. But then on the opposite end, you got but you got women on the other end who want a man to support them, do everything for them, buy them shit, take them out, support them, buy them a house, But then they also don't want to listen to that man when that man says, I don't want you with the club, I don't want you on OnlyFans, I don't want you dressing like a slut when you walk into a fucking grocery store. They don't want to be told what to do. So they want the man to do all the traditional shit, but they don't want to be traditional. So it's like, what the fuck do you want? Pick a side.
I think, honestly, it depends on who you pick as a partner, bro.
Oh yeah, obviously. And generationally it changes, because like if you go back to our generation and before, it was different. There were different problems, but there was also less problems, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, but go ahead.
No, go ahead, play it, yeah, so we can watch it.
Mother with the money already. Now, if you prefer to be a young broke woman with a high value man,
I'm gonna look for the part where she actually.
Okay, wait. Just I lent him all of my
as the dream guy. The question at some point.
Your mother, like,
he's attractive, etc. Other women want him. Do you think you can tell him he must be monogamous to you when you also have money and you have a kid, which actually hurts you as a woman?
I gotta step out.
Okay.
Go back real quick. I don't understand.
Yeah, I skipped it.
Together.
There goes the music.
Yeah.
Okay. So he had the money when he was with you, and then
kind
he
of
lost
far out to go middle of that, bro.
Did you take his money?
The middle?
The DEA took his money. The feds took his money. He was left with
You want me to go further back?
So you're with the drug trafficker?
No, with a scammer.
Oh, even better.
If it was the DEA, then it was the Drug Enforcement Administration, which means he was selling drugs.
They took the feds, Secret Service. It would be because it's scamming, fraud.
Okay.
They took everything, and he was left with nothing.
Okay.
And you want to know something?
Yeah.
He had left me for another woman. And since he's the father of my child, and I thought he was going to do more than 20 years, I lent him all of my money to bond him out. And we weren't even together.
Okay. So, all right.
That's some real shit, but that was
Why are they
wrong.
playing the music?
Ladies don't ever do that.
All right.
So,
As an
thanks
advice.
for your lesson on life.
Okay.
What about you?
Dude in the middle was laughing his ass off.
These people, I feel like they bring these women in to mock them, bro.
Yeah, but it goes both ways sometimes.
Okay. So what would you choose? Single mother, millionaire, or broke virgin, but you're a successful guy that loves you, takes care of you?
I mean, I read the question and it says dream guy. So
Yeah.
if it's my dream guy,
Yeah.
he gonna put me on. So if he's a high value man, he's an
Time out.
entrepreneur.
Isn't that settling though?
Kinda.
You're settling. You're settling to share a high valued man because you are getting everything that you want. That's called settling. Like, I guess I'll give in. Yeah. I think a happier life would be like, yo, I'm broke, but I'm with the guy of my dreams or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As a woman or whatever, you know? Yeah. That's crazy, bro. They're settling, bro.
Too, if it's my dream guy.
It's a double standard. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So you're going to
pick. I would pick the broke version.
Okay. And one thing that happens on here a lot too is women will say, because men that have money typically go for a younger woman because we're wired to go for young, beautiful, fertile women. And then they complain saying, "Oh, that's creepy and you're a predator." But it's like, no, we're not being predators, because why is it okay for us to have standards? And like he always asks women the same question, and it's funny because it always gets the same response. But he's always like, so you think I'm creepy for wanting a younger woman and wanting a beautiful woman, blah, 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 and wanting to have be a virgin or have a low body count? Let me ask you a question. Would you date a man that's under 5'8"? And she's like, no. And he's like, why? And then he's like,
how tall was she?
I don't know. But like basically like saying like when women always saying like, oh, guys complain about us wearing too much makeup and da. And he's like, yeah, but makeup is something that you can take off and put on. A man can't change his fucking height. And then mocking, like saying like, I don't want no little short kings and shit like that. And it's just funny because it's okay for women to have standards, but for a man to have standards, it's creepy or predatory.
Man, when I was dating, you know, I never thought about stuff like that, like height and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I go after shorter women, but it's not because I have a thing against tall women.
It's your preference, though.
I'm not attracted to women that are fucking taller than me. I'm 6'1", and I don't want to date a woman who could play in the WNBA.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, I wouldn't mind if she had all the qualities I was looking for, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know? I also just
but
don't
she
like
can't be like 7 foot, you know?
Yeah, I also don't want to date a woman who can take my size 14 sneakers, put them on to go check the mail. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Because at some point, the motherfucker's gonna be on your shoulders, and you're just gonna be like, Shaq. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that shit. I like feminine features, and to me,
you prefer different things, you know?
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, you don't dismiss something just because it's not exactly what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing that's perfect out there. You're gonna get somebody who probably looks beautiful, right? The woman, but she's nuts, bro.
Yeah, just like, bro, I'm not in shape right now. If a girl's like, I don't like fat guys. Okay, bitch, keep it moving. Like,
there's a lot of women out there, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
But the thing is, I can go to the gym and I can fucking change that. Can you change your ugly ass personality, bitch?
Yeah, no. I mean, it might take some time, you know. Might have to go through some stuff to reevaluate your.
But I'm not about to go get fucking leg extensions because bitch wants to date fucking Larry Bird. You know what I mean?
No, and I know we joke around a lot about height and stuff like that, but I love the way that I am, my height and everything. Everything about me, I like. I wouldn't like to be taller, to be honest, because I fit in certain cars that a lot of people can't fit into.
You know,
like, motorcycles. I love motorcycles. You know,
it's funny you say that because I was just looking at right before I got the Audi. I was looking at other cars and I saw a Miata and I was like, "Damn, I wish," because I know I ain't fitting in that motherfucker.
I mean, like Shaq you can customize them, but
yeah, but I mean, even if I was skinny, I know for a fact with it stock, my knees are in my throat, bro.
Yeah. Even when you got in my car, you were pretty uncomfortable too.
Yeah, the BRZ, exactly. You know what I mean? If I forget the back seat, bro. Remember, you had Rachel sit in the back, even though that's your wife.
That was rough. You know? That what?
I said you had to make your wife sit in the back seat because my fat ass wasn't getting back there.
Nah, you wouldn't fit, bro. I don't think
exactly.
Yeah.
Even if I laid across that motherfucker, I wouldn't.
It's really, it's really a 2-seater. It just has 2 back seats.
Yeah, the bucket. Yeah. You know? Yeah, exactly, bro.
Emergency, you have to fit a couple people.
Realistically, I should be driving around in an F-350, but I just don't like
trucks and stuff. Yeah,
I like trucks, but I don't want to. I like fast cars. You know what I mean? Like, so
tuners and stuff.
But did you ever see the video of the dude fucking trying to get out of a fucking like a Lamborghini at a gas station, and he was like fat, so he like opened the door and he put his hands on the ground, he crawled out of it, and then like. Had to like wiggle to get the rest of him out because he couldn't fit. Like, I don't even know how he got in the fucking car. Yeah, I don't know how he got in. Like, they built it around him or something. But yeah, it's wild. Like, I don't know if you remember the old ass movie. It was called Double Team. It was Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
And there's literally a fucking scene where they have to drive like a little tiny hatchback car, and Dennis Rodman goes in the car and he like rips out the fucking front seat and sits in the back seat, and then like you see his head sticking out of the sunroof.
That was a good movie though.
Yeah, I mean, as good as a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie can be.
I like the movie because Dennis Rodman's a badass in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little weird that they survived a fall from a plane by opening a parachute that turned into a giant basketball that surrounded them.
Oh, I forgot that part.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah. That was actually the first DVD I owned, by the way.
Double Team?
Double Team, yeah.
Of course it would be.
It was bought for me. I didn't even know that movie existed, bro. But that's right up there with Kazam. But I do like Shaq.
Kazam was dope.
Yeah, Shaq is funny, though. Dennis Rodman's a little weird, but...
Yeah, I think that was his only movie, right?
Nah, he's been
in other ones.
He's popped up and shit. I don't think he's ever starred in a movie other than that. But he was in. Wasn't he in Uncle? What's it called? Uncle Drew.
I don't think so.
He's not in that.
Nah.
Or is that all the newer players just dressed old?
Shaq, Chris Webber, I think. Kyrie Irving, Reggie Miller.
For some reason, I thought Shaq was in.
Shaq is in the movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So
I thought you meant Dennis Rodman.
No. I meant Shaq.
No, Shaq was in the movie.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a white mustache and like a fro?
Yeah, he's like I think he's the one. No, Nate Robinson's the one in the wheelchair.
I gotta watch it. That's on your thing?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie, man.
Yeah, it's a comedy, I assume.
It's comedy, and if you like basketball, you'll be into it. If not, you know.
I do. Coach Carter's my shit, bro.
Yeah, that was good too.
Yeah, but let me let this finish so we can get on with it.
All right.
Yeah,
Because you think you can become a millionaire through him? All right. What about you?
If it's my dream guy.
All right.
Yeah,
I totally agree with what she said, literally.
So same thing.
Yes.
I like that setup, by the way.
You a queen for real.
What setup they have?
Yeah. Single mom with the money, or
the round
on your
table
own, or single virgin with the guy that has the money?
The money.
The money.
Show me the money.
All right.
Okay.
What about you?
100% high value man, because really the high value man is
You gotta
what
work for
really
your money, though.
women find as the
They
dream
don't
guy.
want to work.
Yeah.
So,
Lazy bitches.
literally dream guy.
Sorry for saying
for
that.
us
Because
equals
there's a
high
lot of
value.
good women out there. You know?
So I have
Can't
a
make
question.
everybody happy.
Wait. Let's the questions after.
Yeah.
Because
you have something you want to add to what you're saying?
I meant the dream guy with the money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not the single mama.
No, that's what we
Okay.
took.
So you guys would depend on a man to get rich? Y'all
Yes,
can't do that
girl.
by yourself?
No.
bro.
Yeah. I do it when
OnlyFans. Yo, stop.
What is
Stop.
the-
She depends on men to get rich too, though. OnlyFans, bro. Get out of here with that, bro.
Yeah, but they see that as independent.
That's not independent. That's just popping your pussy, and it's like going to the strip club.
Yeah, I was going to say that is literally the today's
Virtual strip
age-
club.
That's the today's age version of I'm just stripping to get through college.
Bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
He's still
Except-
depending on men to get rich.
Yeah, like you're riding a dildo on camera for fucking money. Like, let's relax.
If the high value man wants you to stay at home and be a stay at home mom.
That's fine, girl. So wash them dishes from every corner with a toothbrush.
What if he cheats on you?
Yeah,
Y'all like that?
Question.
Y'all would share?
Oh, that's your choice.
I already did
Hey,
share.
he gonna cheat anyway. So what you want me to do?
Exactly.
All right. Raise your hands at
Not all
the
men,
table.
though.
You would be okay with sharing this dream, man. Raise your hands. 1,
Dream man, yeah.
2, 3. Didn't you say you would share them earlier?
Yeah, I was like, didn't
Yeah,
you just...
like if
No.
now,
You have to know what you're getting yourself into when you're messing with money. That
So you
high.
would share him too. Okay. So the rest of you guys expect fidelity from this guy.
Really,
at some
The
point.
dream guy, millionaire.
men and women are not equal. They don't look the same.
I mean, I would arrange it. In my previous relationship,
Uh-huh.
I arranged it.
Stop the cap.
So you got him the girls.
Stop the cap.
Well, no, he picked them out, and I just scheduled it. But
Okay. All right.
Are you sure about
You know why I didn't raise my hand?
Okay.
You know why I didn't raise my hand?
No, we don't care.
That was me.
Wait, you did raise your hand, though.
I know, but you told me, oh, would you share a man? But now I'm thinking why I didn't raise my hand is because as a single millionaire mother, like I
She
feel
keeps
like
saying. Why does she keep saying that, bro?
I'm not even gonna say it, bro.
Bro, nobody cares, nigga. Move on.
Well, hold on, because this is interesting. So
Single
you're a single mom millionaire. Do you think you have the leverage to tell a guy that also has money that he has to be monogamous to you when you have a child?
Can you repeat that?
Okay. You are a millionaire.
How do you not understand
You
the
meet a
question?
guy that's also a millionaire or a multimillionaire. Okay. Probably knowing you, he has to be a multimillionaire. He's attractive, etc. Other women want him. Do you think you can tell him he must be monogamous to you when you also have money and you have a kid, which actually hurts you as a woman?
I gotta step out.
Okay. All right.
She knows she's never gonna have a man. I think it just hit her like.
It's not even funny. Cause y'all don't know. Like for real, it's not even funny.
All right, we'll take a breather and then come back and answer the question.
Can I finish what I was saying? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. What is that?
I think it's more
Because I think it hit her though.
high value man is gonna be the father of the house. Whatever, if I have a daughter or a son.
All right.
Why you laughing? Like you man and mature.
Hey, chill.
Is the mic on? Is she talking to me? Because I don't. When did I laugh?
She was talking to me. No, she was talking to me.
You got Matt. Listen.
I have to look around.
All right.
No man's gonna want that, bro. You good.
Mm-hmm.
You got millions of dollars. You're a single mom. No guy's gonna want that because at the end of the day, the guys who are hitting you up, you're rejecting. She said she got proposed to 3 times, bro, and she said no all 3 times. Okay, so what's your standard? A millionaire? Millionaires don't want a single mom.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they do, that's a very low percentage of men that actually do.
Exactly.
Because they can get whoever they want. Why would they pick you with a kid already from another man?
I'm trying to find I don't know if it's gonna pop. It's like a interview with Amber Rose where a guy fucking talks about a hoe, like a man being a hoe.
I think I seen that one, yeah.
So shit.
Amber Rose, man, that's another one that's. Hopefully, God works on her, bro.
Yeah,
she's lost too, man.
Yeah, no, she is. Yeah. Oh, it's this guy, yeah, right here.
Oh yeah.
And what do you mean by you embrace it?
I would refer to myself as a slut. Basically, it's really what people think about you. It's not really actually what they know. I went through a divorce and then I start dating after that. And it's like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a slut, then that's just what I'm gonna be.
I don't think going out on a date makes you a slut, but having sex with different men makes you a slut.
No self-control.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
A slut maker. Oh wow.
But men shouldn't do that either, though. It's not. I know that a lot of women think that men get away with that, right? But they really don't. A man should not be having sex with different women.
Why not?
It doesn't show respect to the woman.
Well, what if she wants
using her
it?
for sex.
But what if she wants it?
And then he should correct
Self-control.
her.
What?
No, there was a time in my life where I could have had sex with all these women, but it's called self-control.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if I didn't see myself with that woman, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and there's a
quote. You have to see something in them to be like, yo, I could see her being the mother of my kids, or I can see a future with her that leads more than to just sex.
There's actually a good quote where it's like, if you think about a man as a key and a woman as a lock, what do you call a key that opens many locks? Master key. What do you call a lock that's opened by many keys? A broken lock.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
So, and like
Man,
I know
it all has to do too, and people don't realize this. It's more of a spiritual thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you have sex with somebody, it's not just you having sex; it's you, kind of that vulnerability of the spiritual that's within that person and you. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of intertwining together. You know? And then let's say you guys break up. a little piece of that goes with her and it goes with you. And it's like, it's never whole again, bro.
Yeah.
Keeps breaking. It keeps wearing down and tearing down. And then eventually you don't even know who the hell you are anymore. You're just like an empty vessel that doesn't connect with anybody, you know?
Speaking of that, I figured I'd show you this music video real quick because it's funny because this girl did like a video and it was just funny as shit because it's like it kind of encapsulates everything we're talking about in a way. But like, I think this is it. Sure. It's like right.
Yeah, speaking about videos and stuff, for the next one, we got to do a artist review for the next one.
Yeah.
Talk about some music stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, here.
Oh yeah, like you get the diapers or something like that, single mom or something.
Nah, it's a different one. I swear YouTube be taking shit down.
Probably, yeah, if it's
Raya Lynn. I spelled. My monitor's like kind of far away from my face, so sometimes I'm typing. Secondary monitor. Yeah, it's this girl. I'll just go to the regular web. Apparently not up here. You know, everything lives on the internet.
It's kind of loud. Can you put it down a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's the ad.
Yeah, they're always loud, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this one.
I didn't get it.
What's this about?
Basically, a girl like getting married, but right before she gets married, she confesses that she used to be a hoe.
We are so
Oh shit!
Definitely. Whatever.
It's actually kind of an interesting concept, but it's also like, super ratchet.
You should have been confessed all that.
Right?
I said she should have been said that before. You know?
Dude's reaction to the video is funny.
You got what I need. Oh, you're such a dork. You're mad. So Steve Urkel. No. You mean Carlton?
Super ratchet.
Now that I have everybody's attention, I have a very important announcement to make. Mariah Lynn, you give me the best year of my life. Ups, downs.
She's had a lot of practice, buddy.
And so today, tonight rather, I'd like to ask you.
Oh my god. Listen, for all the young men out there, if they're watching this, it's got to be more than sex, man. Because once the sex wears off, you know,
yeah,
then there's nothing left, you know.
Yeah,
you need to connect with that person on a deeper level.
Yeah. Plus, you should check if there's any walls left, because if there's no walls left, it's been.
And
used.
just because she sucks it and all this stuff, and like.
Yeah, like wow, she's really good at this, almost professional.
Can't fall in love with that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I would love
She's
to.
checking the size.
But there's just one thing that I have to tell you. And that's...
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Oh.
And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. More money, I want
She had that
more
friendly
money.
pussy.
I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck him. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff him. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Wanted double D, so he stuffed him. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Then he about the taste. He fell in love like the passion of Drake. But I fuck him though, and I don't even care if his mother know. It's about that paper on another note, and I fake a baby like the rubber broke. And once upon a time, not long ago, I was a
just put it all
I'm
out.
admitting it, I won't take
Bro,
it back, cause I did the shit.
A lot of women
I
out
was
there
a
like
hoe. And I'm admitting it, I
They
won't
like being hoes,
back,
you know?
cause I did the shit. I was a hoe. More money, I want your money. I want more money. I want your money. More money.
There's
I want
consequences
your
to
money.
all that,
I
though.
want more money.
Oh, yeah.
This is for all my hoes, all my gold digging hoes. Money getting love, my hoes. About the riches, all my hoes. Broke hitters don't do those. And I'm admitting it, I rip you quicker for your benefits. Send a flick, tennis strip, independent chick. Turn a bitch in the L into generous. Yeah, contrary, I'm the blonde bomb scare. I'm rare on
The
top.
dude's all knocked out.
You down, Mulan, where I'm my hair. You ain't buying, get from down round
Must have got the
here.
bomb.
D-O-double-L-A. R-S, y'all motherfuckers gon' pay. D-O-double-L-A. R-S, y'all motherfuckers gon' pay. Once upon a time,
How
not
many
long
views this
ago,
got?
I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did the shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting
It's got 120,000 8 years ago.
This whole concert?
Yeah, but you get the gist. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. But yeah, bro.
Damn.
This is what it is.
Well, I mean, it's a lot to think about, you know, if you're a young man, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, a lot of women like doing that stuff, but there's consequences to that stuff.
Plus,
You know?
class went right out the window, bro. You got Ice Spice talking about, bitch, you thought you was a shit. You ain't even a fart. Like, man,
Yeah.
this shit's gross, bro. I first of all, like, listen, I know women fart. We all know it. They lie about it. We know. But I don't ever want to hear a woman talking about that shit, especially in a motherfucking song, bro.
Yeah, in that song, yeah.
Shit. I don't know what it is, but like, you know, nowadays it's just like there's no mystery anymore. Like there used to be mystery, like you know what I mean? Like you date a woman, you find out all this crazy shit about her later, whatever. Now they just put it up front, like, you know what I mean? Like this is my resume. Check it out. Like, damn.
Yeah. It's almost like you lose that, like, trying to get to know that person. It's like, you know, that's what it's about. You got to get to know that person, see if you guys connect, you know, see if it's on a deeper level than just sex. Like, you know, like if you're with a girl, like, do this experiment. Don't have sex with her for like a month or two and see if you guys have a connection.
Yeah.
If you don't, then it's just about sex, you know?
Yeah.
Because some men don't realize that till they're deep in their marriage and then she stops giving up the pussy, you know? And then they're like, damn, I got nothing in common with this girl. We don't do nothing. We don't talk. We don't, you know? And it was just all about the sex, you know? So they fall in love with that instead of falling in love with the actual person. And a lot of women hide that well with the sex, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you
That's
got
the problem, you know?
Yeah. Or you got the reverse side of it, which is like a woman that, like, and I'm sure guys do this shit too, but, well, maybe not the part I'm about to talk about specifically, but like a woman that's like, let's say hypothetically, this chick was like a hoe from like 17 till she was like fucking 30. And then all of a sudden, now her biological clock's ticking. She wants to have a husband, babies, and have a life. And she's going to find that guy that's a simp that's going to fucking give her everything. And she's also going to make him wait for sex. Like, you didn't make anybody else wait, but this guy who you actually value and appreciate, you're going to make him wait. And like, I've seen that shit happen to people. Like I literally knew a kid who dated a girl who already had like 63 bodies. And I know she had 63 bodies because eventually when he found out she had a journal or like, remember them old school high school planners, like the blue ones, like a little notebook kind of thing. She wrote down the name of every dude in chronological order that she fucked with in any way and their names, their stats. And he found 7 names after his while he was dating her in chronological
after his, damn.
Yeah, but like she had 63 names in that fucking book. And the funny thing is she made him wait like 3 months until she gave it up to him. But she used to tell people, like, I met her at a party. She was playing strip poker. I saw her naked the first time I met her. And she told every one of us as a group that if she meets a dude and she likes him, she'll suck him off right there. and she made my boy wait 3 months. Now, mind you, he was an idiot, like, admittedly, but like that happens a lot. It's crazy. Actually, Seth.
The thing is with some men too, they don't really like get that. They don't get those opportunities, right, with women. So it's like once they get something, they're like, oh, this is great. It's like, you know, give yourself a chance. This is just your first time or your third person that you've dated, like, you know.
Yeah, and I actually met I completely lost my train of thought. There's a movie, I'm sure you might have seen it. Seth MacFarlane, A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the dude, he's dating the girl that works in the brothel, but she's making him wait to have sex until marriage, even though he waits for her in the bottom of the brothel while she's banging dudes upstairs. And like it's a joke, but like that's
reality.
That's real shit. You know what I mean? Maybe not the brothel part, but or like even a girl, like how's a girl that's on OnlyFans gonna tell a dude like, I want to have traditional values and I want you to wait? It's like,
yeah, I think nowadays self-control and self-respect, that should be a trend, and it should come back, because nowadays there's not a lot of that.
And I'm sorry,
you know?
if I can pay a subscription to see your nudes or see you fucking a dildo or whatever, there's no reason I should respect you because you don't respect yourself.
Yeah, there's got to be a level of self-respect and self-control.
Yeah.
Like, don't just go after a woman that gives it to you easy, you know? Like,
yeah.
If it's that easy, it's not going to last, man. That's all.
Yeah. Okay,
I think you learn that as a man as you get older and you get more experience and stuff. But as a young man, you don't know that. And I don't feel like a lot of fathers are teaching their sons that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, bro, sometimes I'm starting to think Thanos was right.
Let me guess. You're home?
Yeah, I mean, like, but now,
snap all those hoes out of here.
Exactly. But like, all jokes aside, like, we took a fucking turn, man. Went from Marvel to
yeah, no, but it's I think it's a serious issue though that's really happening. But I mean,
yeah,
you know, everybody has their own values, you know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, every time, like, there's certain red flags. Like I said, I was just talking to a girl recently, and like talking about red flags, and like she asked me, what are my red flags when I meet a woman? And my red flags like might sound trivial, but like one of my first red flags is presentation. If a chick's dressed like a hoe, as far as I'm concerned, that's her uniform. And your uniform is indicative of what you do for a living or what you like to do in your spare time. The second thing is how they carry themselves, like how they talk. If I can't get a well-formed sentence out of you, or you're like, nah, I mean, shit, you know what I mean? Like, if you're talking like that, then I already know you're not going to be the type I want to be around. And then another thing is, like, what they consider, you know, like a relationship. Like, if the first time you meet a girl, like, and take her out, like, she lets you smash on the first night, shit, we're both adults, we agreed to it, cool. But don't expect me to, like, wife you up after that, because now I know that you probably dated 15 dudes and you started it off that way. So... yeah. You know, if you're throwing down on the first date, then how many first dates have you had that I got to worry about?
Yeah, I think when you're young, you don't think about those things because you're like, oh, this is great.
You're like cheeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got cheeks or whatever. But as you get older, you're like, you know, I think it's how they make you feel, right? In certain situations, right? If they're there for you, or if they're like, they make you a better person, you know? Those are things that you start looking for, you know, as you get older.
Yeah,
but when you're young, it's about cheeks and stuff like that. That's how you learn, I guess, in a way. Yeah. And I guess for me, it was different, you know, because growing up without a dad, and I did have a stepfather, but those conversations weren't there, so it was different for me. I kind of had to learn from bumps on the road, you know.
Yeah, and the other thing that's a big warning sign for me is environment, how you meet them.
Yeah.
If I meet a girl at the
grocery store or at the club,
yeah. If I meet a girl at the club, I don't know. Because if you out there and you got 5 girls with you and you leave with me that night, well, I know what you do at the club. Like, and what are you going to do while you're with me? Probably the same shit. Yeah. And most relationships most relationships end the same way they start. If a relationship starts with a girl cheating on her man to be with you and then leaves that man, odds are your relationship's going to end the same way. She's going to cheat on you to be with the next dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think a lot of women and men, they go through phases in their life, you know. So she might be at the club and then she might want to settle down and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, you got to grow up, you got to learn. That's how I guess you live life and you learn, you know. But along the way, make sure that you have those values and those morals, that self-respect, self-control, because then later along the road, you might go through things that you don't want to go through, you know.
Yeah, shit. Me, I have the Addams Family values. I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, nah, it's a tough landscape, and like, you know,
I think it's tougher now, you know, than what it used to be.
Yeah, and in the end, like, we can only it's an old expression, but you know, you got to be the change you want to see. So in order to stop perpetuating the same cycle over and over, you got to try to advocate for change. But the problem is some people don't want to change. They want to stay the way they are. And like nowadays they glorify you know, for men, they glorify like the thug life, gangster shit, especially in like the urban areas where we grew up. You know what I mean? They glorify gangster shit for us and hoe shit for them. And it's like, we can either do exactly what the media tells us we should do, or we could try not to. Like, I moved away from that shit because I don't want to be a statistic. And like, I know, you know, anybody watching this is probably gonna be like, oh, he's a white boy, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Yes, the fuck I do, because I didn't grow up like a fucking white boy. And you know, and like we grew up in rough areas and seen shit and experienced shit that most people only see in movies. And for that reason, we had two paths to take: to become the things that we were exposed to, or to defy expectations and rise above it. And that's what we did. But nowadays, because of the glorification of these type of things, I think that people think it's a status thing to be like that. And
yeah, I mean, and the thing is too, like, the media, they try to mentally enslave you in a way where it's like they want to think for you, right? So it's like you see all this gangster stuff and all this whole stuff and stuff like that, and you thinking it's the norm, but you have to kind of be above that and be like, no, I want better for myself, you know. I don't want to do these things. I know where that leads and things like that. So you kind of have to make your own choice, make your own mind up. That's all.
Yeah, like, bro, like, to quote the Stranger Things, like, or to borrow from it, I feel like we're in the fucking upside down because the abnormal is now considered normal and normal is considered abnormal. So it's
I mean, hopefully those things come back and they change, you know. But it's gonna take a lot of work because, man, dang, it's just, I feel like this generation nowadays is so lost. Like, they think all this bad stuff is so cool. And I think we were there at one point too, you know, but again, it takes a lot of growing up. You got to grow up to kind of, you know, to get over that stuff. So,
yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to change overnight, but I think that one of the things that I like to, you know, try to do is defy expectations always, because like, everybody expects certain things from people that come from certain areas. Like, we came from low income, broke ass housing, you know, places where people are getting shot, stabbed, and, you know, we chose not to live that life, but a lot of people around us fell to that life or still live that life
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Or exactly. Like, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm proud of the fact that I didn't fall too deep into those holes, because obviously, you know, we all slip and fall sometimes, but in the end, what matters is what you do after. What comes next is most important. You learn from your failures. You don't learn from successes. You learn from failures.
Yeah,
So
it's always failures. Success just shows you what you've overcome.
Yeah, you gotta, like, as weird as it sounds, you gotta fail upward.
Yeah, I mean, don't be scared to fail. You gotta learn, you know, somehow.
Yeah, take chances.
Yep. And just do it. Just do it, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just do it, man.
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But no, I think a lot of these podcasts are doing good out there. Like, you know, kind of showing the conversations and how women think, how men think. I think it's opened up a lot of minds out there. I like it when it's done for the right reasons and not for like reasons of exposing, like, you know, just people being stupid. You know, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty informative, you know, the podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, not saying listen to us, but if not, you know what happens.
Got to restart the game.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna end on that note. For the next one, we should probably do like an artist review. I have some artists in mind. Maybe we could talk about.
Yeah. You wanna give any previews or?
Nah. We'll save it for the next one.
Makes sense. All right. With it.
You got any artists in mind that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I got a few. I don't want to say specifically who yet because obviously I got I actually got a lot of artists. I just got to prioritize in a particular order. Yeah. Because obviously I don't want to monopolize all the time about the artists I have only. But yeah, we should also talk to our other co-host that'll be on with us the next time. Hopefully.
Yeah, because hopefully you had watched the movie, and I know he's watching it tonight. So,
oh yeah,
we can talk about the Deadpool movie too, because that was a good combo with this tonight.
Yeah, I'm pumped, bro.
You can give us some insight on it and stuff.
That's right. I just, you know, I hope there's no loud talkers or chewers, because otherwise I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I was watching a movie one time in the theaters. I think it was Sounds of Freedom or Sound of Freedom.
Oh, the dude from The Passion of Christ, Jim Caviezel.
Yeah. And this old guy was next to me, and he was like really pissed off at the pedophiles, and like, "You son of a bitch! If I'd get you, I'd kill you," and stuff like that. Like,
oh my god! So he was a part of the movie,
like saying everything you're thinking. You know, you're just trying to watch the movie, and he's like, "You son of a bitch," and stuff like that. I'm like, damn. I'm just trying to watch the movie. I don't need narration. You know.
I know, right?
It was funny though. I was laughing. And then this other couple was in the front, and they were older, and the lady fell asleep, and then the guy, she woke up and like halfway through the movie, and he had to explain the whole movie, but they were talking loud, so it was like you couldn't really.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, and then in the movie, when we were watching it in the theaters, the lights turned on.
Mm-hmm.
So we were watching the movie halfway with the lights turned on, and they said it was like some technical difficulties, but that was happening along, you know, America. When everyone was watching the movie, they always had something going on like that.
Oh, they hit you with the.
Yeah, basically, it was like kind of ruins the vibe of the movie when the lights are turned on and it's not a dark room watching it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Good movie though. If anybody wants to watch it, Sound of Freedom or Sounds of Freedom.
Yeah, I got that on my list to watch.
But yeah, I don't know when the next podcast is gonna be. Probably Sunday or next week. But yeah, bro. Have a good night.
That's right.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.